What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the jODI and Coach A takeover live. We're taking over the Family Talk Barbecue today. What's good, everybody? So we're gonna give some people time to chime in. Let's go ahead and do our shares. Family Talk Barbecue.
Our morning announcements.
Actually, I don't even have too many morning announcements though. So
what? You don't got no morning announcements? Oh man.
Yeah. Is your mic? You got a mic control? What you using?
I'm just using I got a new laptop. Is it not loud enough? Is it too loud?
No. I was just making sure. I got to make sure the music ain't too loud.
No.
Yo, what's up? We got somebody chiming in. Go ahead, leave a comment. Today at the barbecue, it's the jODI, sKYYWALKER, and Coach A takeover. The rest of our crew, they kind of busy or sick, getting over some stuff. So as they say in Hollywood, the show must go on. You feel me?
Basically. So yeah, man, we here to take over, man, and give you your Saturday morning of family talk, But since they didn't show up, we just kind of decided that we was just gonna take over and do our own thing because that's just what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what happens.
Go ahead.
I say that's what happened when the parents leave home and let the kids hang out.
What you eating, man? Oh, without milk? This dude, is that a regular for you? You eat tricks without milk?
I mean, like, I just like, what I'm saying? Some cereal, I would eat it with milk, but I don't want to sit on the show and eat it with milk, so I'm just eating a handful right now.
You got to get it in, man. I feel that. You got to get it in. So, anyhow, we want to give a shout out to, all our brothers that's normally on the show. Shout out to Telly, Jimbo, Brandon, Nick, Nate. Normally they rocking with us, but they had stuff to do. So we definitely want to give them guys a shout out and make sure that, let them know we miss them. So
absolutely.
Exactly, man. So what's been going on, man? Did you have a good week? We got some stuff to talk about, but we gotta, break the ice a little bit.
I would say I had a pretty average week. Ain't nothing exciting happened. It was pretty. I had off Monday, so you know how it is when you have a 3-day weekend. It's a little hectic trying to catch up. That extra day off. Everybody decided they want to, fit 5 days of work in 4 days, but
Exactly. So man, I got the long sleeve on today. It'd be kind of cold in here, but I got a tattoo. Actually, I got a cover up of a cover up. So for a long time, I was walking around with this horrible cover up, man. It was even to the point I didn't even want to, take my shirt off and show it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you had a bad cover up?
Yes, it was a bad cover up, man. Actually, I never got it finished completely like it should have been done. You know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest issue with it, but it was horrible. I had a name, and then I tried to cover the name up, and then
whoa. We're not gonna just skate past that. Like you ain't just say what you just said. Yeah, you had a name. Please tell me you didn't have a female's name tattooed on you.
I did. I had my wife.
Hey.
She was my wife at the time.
Come on, brother. That's the number one rule of tattoo. You don't never get nobody. If it ain't your mama or your kids, you don't get that person name.
Well, nobody taught me that, man. I ain't get taught that. I just, normally when you get married, it's forever. And so that's what I was thinking. It was forever. I should have known better, huh?
You should have knew. Man, the problem is, as soon as you get the tattoo, boom, there it go right there. There it go right there. As soon as you get the tattoo, there go the relationship right there.
That's what they say.
Yeah, yeah. So there goes the relationship right there. So like, as soon as you got that tattoo, it was like, man, Coach Shane, I got the tattoo. It's over with now.
Yeah. So, but that's just how it is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is sometimes.
Like, what was the first cover up you got?
It was just a name. It was a name, my wife's name. And so, what she used to cover it up? They put like a basketball over it with a little design. but you can still see underneath the basketball.
So what'd you get this time?
This time I got a whole lion. I got a whole lion, and I got the Impact logo on there underneath the lion. So it's pretty fly. It's a lot way bigger than before. So what they had to do was they had to, do some details in the lions and the eyes and stuff, so that it kind of draw your eyes away from the top.
Hey, just a quick random fact. You remember like last year when all the Christian people were mad because Haley Bailey, you know what I'm saying, the one of the twins, was gonna play Little Mermaid, and they started a group called Christians Against the Little Mermaid because they felt like it wasn't a proper representation of a fictional character. They thought the Little Mermaid should be white, but now she was black, and it was upset. So I followed the group, right, and they let me into the group. You know what I'm saying? A while ago. And every once in a while, and they let me into the group, and every once in a while, bro, I share the family talk page with the group. Like, you know how you can share like the live stream? I share it with the page every Saturday. I don't know if any of them are gonna watch it, but I share it with the page every Saturday. So that way, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like they're missing out on some good culture. So it's like, it's my job to bring the culture to those Christians who are against the young African-American lady playing a fictional character such as Little Mermaid. So I share it with them every single Saturday, bro. Every single Saturday.
But I think, a lot of times, because I'm of the Christian faith too, and I think Christianity itself has become to an extent just a regular religion in itself. You know what I'm saying? And religion is not good. Religion can be bad. So I believe that a lot of times you have a lot of people that gives them the license to judge, or they begin to judge based on a lot of that information. And so we know that judging is not good, because it should be about relationship, your relationship with God, not, your rules and regulations. Because, some churches and stuff, they don't, women can't wear pants and, stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, there's churches that's still out like that. That women can't wear pants, women can't be in leadership and all that stuff.
Stop playing. For what though? Like, why is the issue with women wearing pants?
It's just their interpretation of the Bible, some of the Old Testament stuff that they read, and, a lot of that stuff. So that causes an issue for a lot of people. And that's where you get all these people that come up with all these opinions and, judgments and stuff like that with other people. Yeah, oh, you can't have a tattoo, or you can't do this. And it's not even about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just about having a relationship. The whole thing, obviously, it's about having a relationship with the Creator, realizing that He loves you and what He's done for you. Like ultimately, giving His Son so that we could reconnect our relationship with Him. That's ultimately what it's about. But people just take it too far, man. They take it too far.
Well, you know what else happens is you get so many misrepresentations of the Bible.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you get these people. You get these people that always take it to, they twist it and turn it into a way where it benefits what they're saying at the moment, right? I give you a perfect example: the Book of Eli. You remember that book, the Book of Eli with Denzel Washington?
Yeah, you talking about the movie? Yeah, Eli, like it was in the Bible. Like you read the Book of
Eli? My bad. It's not the Book of Eli. It's but the Book of Eli, the movie with Denzel Washington. Like, you notice how like the one dude really was looking for that book so he can kind of interpret it into like a bad way.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's what it's about. Like people take the Bible and just misrepresent it, and a lot of people just don't do the research or whatever.
I agree. So listen, we got some people chiming in. Look, I got to do this every so often just because we taking over, just so everybody know that this is the jODI Skywalker and the Coach A takeover on your Saturday morning. Yes, right, sir. So we're taking over the whole show. The guys is out. They off today, and we got you covered. Say something, jODI.
Hey, to my people's watching, I just want y'all to know we ain't even talk about basketball, but just know Lakers in 5 this year. Lakers in 5.
I'm with you. I want the Lakers to take over. Exactly. I want them to go undefeated.
Damn.
And I want them to win in 4 straight.
4 straight?
They thick, boy. They got the
Hey,
stick. That's what they say in the hood. They got that stick.
And so what you saying? You want them to go 12-0 in the playoffs?
Yes, sir.
You know what? I got them beating the Heat. You know what I'm saying? I got them beating the Heat in 4. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look. You know what's going to happen is I think DeAndre Jordan is gonna shut, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy Butler down, you know, just gonna shut him completely down. And I got the Lakers in 5. You know what it is? I see the Lakers going up 2-0 and getting a little cocky and confident, and then I see the Heat slipping in 1, but then the Lakers gonna come back and get them other 2, smash them, bash them, and Lakers in 5. That's what we doing.
Hey, shout out to Jefferson Joseph. He's the first person to put a comment. I appreciate you chiming in, big dog. Yeah, we taking over again. In case you didn't know, we taking over the barbecue today. It's the jODI Skywalker Coach A show. We doing it all today, so keep it locked right here. So listen, man, let me go ahead and drop our intro real quick. I'm trying to find it.
Uh-oh. I need to get me a webcam like you. See how I can get me a webcam, because I want to be pretty just like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm too handsome to have this coloration on my screen. So we gonna.
Exactly. So listen, let me go ahead and hit this intro, and then we're going to get back into it, man. It's the family talk. It's the barbecue, Saturday morning. jODI Skywalker, Coach A takeover. We be back in a jiffy.
Where's the
where's the intro at?
Right.
Here we go.
Tell them I ain't mad, baby. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good. Straight up, it's
Jimmy,
all
do you
good.
not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
Tell them I ain't mad, baby. No. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me.
I don't want no smoke over there. I heard I saw somebody out in traffic. I don't want no problem with that.
For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problem with that.
Okay, back again. Like I said, it's the jODI Skywalker Coach A takeover here at the barbecue. The guys is out today. So most of you don't know, jODI is one of our hosts for Toxic Tuesday. He's taking off. He's one of our hosts for Toxic Tuesday. If you haven't tuned in on it, you have to definitely check him out. Tuesday nights around 8:30, 9 o'clock. You got to check them out, man. They talk about everything. They have a lot of guests on the show. They always getting into it. So you definitely have to check them out. Tell them about Toxic Tuesday, jODI.
Man, well, Toxic Tuesday, it's the place where you can come and just express yourself, you know, because listen, everybody wants you to be positive, but you know, nobody wants to admit they're a little bit toxic. So you just come express yourself. And we talk about all the things that are controversial and things that everybody else don't want to talk about. So but this week we will actually be talking about we have a little serious note. We're gonna talk about COVID, the vaccine. We're gonna talk about like, is you for it and is you against it? So we got some pretty cool guests. Is you for it
or is you against it?
Yeah.
Is or is you ain't my baby. So you got a serious side? Y'all gonna be serious on us?
We're gonna be serious for a little bit, but we're gonna have a serious moment. Okay, we're gonna talk about COVID, and we're also gonna talk about COVID and like people's mental health and all that other stuff.
Yes, I already know you. How serious can you be? You know what I'm saying?
It's always here, you know.
Yeah. So, like I said again, the fellas is out today. You know, they send our blessings and love to everybody that's tuning in today. We may get one or two of them that might chime in. They're probably gonna send some comments or something like that. They're gonna be a part of the show some way. We already know.
That's all right, though. We locked them out though. We ain't letting them in.
We ain't let nobody in, huh? No part timers, right? You can't chime in and chime out for a minute.
Right. Hey, that's right. That's what I told Nick last night. No, we don't want you. We don't want you part time. And I told Brandon that after that, bro. So let me tell you about this fantasy thing, right? First of all, I want to tell you, Coach A, you're welcome. Okay, you are welcome.
I don't even what happened. What you do?
Ain't Dak Prescott your starting quarterback?
Yes, and I just picked him up.
Right. I just got him off my bench because I was bro, the whole time, everything leading up to the season, bro, they were like, oh, he's not gonna play. And I'm like, all right, man, maybe I don't need a backup quarterback just sitting in my thing. But I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so blown right now.
You let it go.
You walk. That's all right. My boy Aaron Rodgers is finna do some work. Okay.
Hey, you know what they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
See, there you go. We about to.
So anyhow, hey, listen, man. I was riding coming through, going home, and I saw on the little billboard that the gun show was in town. Right? Ain't it this weekend?
That's right. From 11 to from 11, it start from 11 to 5.
11 to 5. Are you going?
Oh, yeah, I'm going Sunday.
I knew you would. That's why I figured you was. So what's up, man? What's up? And everybody that's tuned in, let us know how you feel about guns. Do you have one? Do you have a concealed the concealed, what is it called?
Concealed carry license.
Concealed carry license. Yeah, I got one. I don't even know what it's called. So do you have one of that? And Jody, I know you got some steel over at your crib.
I got one. You know what I'm saying? As far as the government's concerned, I got one.
You got one?
I got a little 22. I got one. As far as the government's concerned, I got one.
Yeah. So it seemed like at one point they was trying to take our gun rights away. Didn't it seem like that?
Well, the problem is this. It is a problem of everybody wants to have a solution to the gun problem. And it's just there is no clear-cut solution. You can't. Giving everybody guns is not the answer. Taking away people's guns, the rights to have what they want to have, to feel like they need to protect themselves, is not the answer. The problem is we just can't come up with an answer.
What's the gun problem, by the way? You mentioned that it was a gun problem. I want you to explain that. What do you think is the gun problem?
Like when you get these crazy ass people that roll up in places and just start shooting up the place because they, you know what I'm saying? They got problems. Like the dude that walked in Walmart and shot and killed 13 people, the people walking in Parkland High School killing people. It's just, they feel like because guns of high magnitude, like high capacity, are a problem, they feel like nobody should have guns of high capacity and certain guns shouldn't be in people's houses. And the problem is these people never obtain these guns legally. Like nobody ever went to the gun show, bought a gun, turn around and use it for a crime. They're always buying these guns illegally. It's always somebody who's underage. It's always somebody who's got 2 felonies and shouldn't have a gun. So it's never like they bought them legally. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
we got a couple girls that chimed in and got guns. Rhea, I think her name is Rhea.
Yeah.
And Amber. So I think that's so cool. Women that know how to handle guns, man, for real. I think it's good. My wife, I can't trust her. My wife, you can't have one. No. I you know what? I would post a video up because we went to our friend's house in Mayaka. Because in Mayaka you can just shoot in your backyard.
Basically.
Yeah, so we was out there and they had a bunch of guns and they were just letting us shoot. And man, she was horrible.
No, don't do her like that.
She was bad, man. She was bad.
Don't do my dog like that.
She was like trying to hit a water bottle, and she had like a little 22 rifle, just a little rifle, and then she tried to shoot with the 9 that they had, and it was too big, and so it was just like, all right, you just have to make sure you stand by me. I'll protect you because I can't trust you at all. So, but anyhow, you said.
I gotta go move my car right quick. I got a request to move my car, so I'll be back.
All right, move your ride then. So, anybody else out there that's listening, Joe said that we have a gun problem. I don't think we have a gun problem. I think you know, if that's the case, then we will have a knife problem for all the people that get stabbed, and we will have a hands problem for all the people that get choked, and whatever else that's going on. We have a people problem. The problem is, you know, people and their ignorance and how they act. I don't think that the guns is the problem. Exactly. Amber said, you know, the same thing. People is the problem. And I agree with you, Amber, that it's the people that's the problem. And so everybody should have a right to protect their home and protect their family. You know, not obviously you don't want to be an individual that's walking around looking for problems, but you know, you have to be in a position to be able to protect yourself, because people ain't crooks. You know, all people is crazy nowadays. They, you know, from breaking into houses to stealing stuff, and you know, it's just, you know, they just don't respect people's property or people as much as they used to in the past. At least it seems like it. I don't know the facts, but it just seems like it. People are just not, we don't respect each other like we used to. And so therefore I feel like is you know, I don't think it's has necessarily be necessary for you to be protected. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways you can protect yourself, you know, making sure you have other things available, like there's tasers, you know, there's bats, depending on, you know, the level of protection you want to use. But I think that depending on the individual, you know, it's your right. It should always be your right to be able to protect yourself at any level that you want, you know, with the exception of, you know, automatic weapons. I don't think there's a need for automatic weapons, but again, we're all responsible people. So long as you use these things responsibly and where you're supposed to, you can go to a gun range, because some of the gun ranges allow you to shoot these weapons as well.
I mean, what do you mean by like automatic weapons? Like you talking about
like that? Like, well, I mean, like the
fully
bigger
auto?
weapons. Say that again.
Like fully auto, like you just pull the trigger and it just keeps shooting.
Yeah, you know, well, or just the bigger weapons, not that, because I don't know a whole lot about guns. I'm not a, you know, I'm just trained in the certain weapons, the smaller weapons that I use. So, you know, you have the AR-15, the shotguns, and all these big guns that people get. And I don't think it's a problem. Again, it's just the individual that's the problem. But, you know, I mean, if that's what you feel like you need to protect your family, then
I think the thing is this, right? And I've had that talk with other people. People always talking about like, oh, why do you need an AR-15? I was like, well, let me ask you a question, right? You get into a fight, you want the biggest stick in the fight, do you not? When I get into a fight, I want to win, right? So if I get into a gunfight with somebody, I want to win. If I feel like I got to pick up a gun to defend myself, I don't want the smallest gun. I don't want something somebody else deemed reasonable. I want something OD. So like if you break into my house with a pistol, yeah, I'm up in that rifle like every time, because like, why not? I want the biggest stick in the fight like every time, because it's for my life. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want somebody to tell me like you can only have a 9mm with 8 rounds, but then the bad guy walk in there with a 45 with a 30 round mag in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
What you're eventually doing is handicapping people who have to follow these dumb behind rules. So it just get to a place where it's like you shouldn't be telling people what they can and cannot have in their house. If I got it in my house and I'm responsible with it, it shouldn't be nobody else's business but mine. Now, I do think that, you know, there might not be a reason for somebody to have a AK-47 with a 100-round drum on it. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, if that's what you want, that's what you want. I don't see any purpose for it, but that's what you want. That's what you want. Because I've seen the videos where people, like 4 or 5 people break in your house at one time. I've seen them. And I was just like, well, I see 5 people got the 30-round mag. That's 6 bullets a piece for each one of y'all. Half a dozen for each one of you. There you go.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. But I agree with you 100%, though. I mean, you know, as long as you're responsible, like if I want to buy any of those big weapons, then, you know, but what's the limit, though? Is there a limit? Like, what if you want to purchase the tank? If you got the money to purchase the tank, or, you know, stuff like that.
You know, crazy part about it is people do it, though.
Yeah. So you think it should be some type of limit, or you just think that as long as the person responsible, you get what you can handle?
I mean, certain states, in the state of Florida, you have I'm
talking about in your head, not the different states.
I think it's in reason. Like, yeah, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, just because you got $1 million and can buy a tank don't mean you need to actually have one. Because in all honesty, Coach A, we as people, when we get something, what's the first thing we want to do? We want to use it.
Try
So
it out.
you know what I'm saying? Nah. It's first
So,
thing.
all right, right, but see, so that's where the controversy comes in. Like some people feel the same, they agree with you, but their limit is a lot lower than your limit. So who's the one doing your limit is the tank? Like, yo, just because you could buy a tank, you shouldn't. Well, some people feel like, well, if you could buy an AR, then they feel the same way. Or if you can use a taser instead of a gun, or you know what I'm saying? So where do we draw the line?
I think that you have to just draw the line with, and I know this is a very vague statement, but with some common damn sense, dog. You gotta have some.
What about this? A flamethrower?
There's nothing wrong with it. You don't even need a permit for a flamethrower. Just FYI.
So that's not. So a flamethrower is not the lighter and the aerosol can, like.
Oh no, but they got actual flamethrower. But you put the canister in there and you pull the trigger, and it shoots like 20 feet. Like
wow.
There's nothing wrong.
You ever do that? You ever had a little lighter and the can and be like,
yeah, with my mom's hairspray when she wasn't looking.
Yeah, that's the hood flamethrower right there.
Oh no, I want a real.
It's gotta be
real.
Yeah,
hey, I want one of the ones with the backpack on the back. World War I flamethrower.
So obviously, you feel like it's necessary with today's society, and I can't say that I disagree, to a certain extent.
Because people be losing their mind. People be out here. People like I've seen people will actually try to steal your. Like people will roll up on you, knock you down, snatch your baby, and then just run off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like
yeah, but it's not. But it's a small percentage though. We don't want to instill fear into everybody into thinking that everywhere you go or it's you're under this danger of somebody doing something to you. That's
right,
again, I don't believe in having fear. I believe in protecting yourself and being, you could be prepared because these things happen, but just to be walking around everywhere feeling like, oh my gosh, is this next person, going to try to take over, going to try to take me or steal something from me or do something like that.
You right. But at the same time, think about them people that was walking through Walmart in New Mexico. You walking through Walmart, you getting some, you looking at like, hey, what you want? You know what I'm saying? You looking at the date on that pineapples. The next thing you know, pop, people getting blasted. So it's just like
it happens. Yeah, unfortunately it happens, but not very often, not as much as we think. Obviously, the media and stuff puts it in our face a lot more. But just think, there's more people die in car accidents. You're not worried about driving, right? Or just different stuff like that. So
I mean, that's what the media wants us to uphold. That's what the media wants us to fear. That's what the media wants. They want us to sit around and be like, "Oh my God, guns are bad, and you don't need this, that, and the third." But it's just like, bruh, you don't know what we need. But it's like at the same time, it's like you got people out there that be like, "Oh, what about police officers?" Police officers should be the only person that have guns. And I'm like, well, that worked very well for the Nazis, now didn't it?
Exactly. Oh, so hold on. Give me a second. You already know what time it is. We got to hit that again. It's the jODI Skywalker Coach A takeover. The barbecue.
Hey,
I like that. Look at that.
That's gang.
That. Exactly. We taking over today. The fellas is off. It's just jODI and Coach A. Toxic jODI, Toxic Tuesday, Coach A, Impact Thursday nights, 7 o'clock. If you want to get your self-help on, learn how to make more money, business, make yourself better. That's me, Thursday night. And we got jODI on the other spectrum, Tuesday night. What time you go, jODI? 8:30?
8:30 every Tuesday. Listen, you come see me, get all the toxic out, and then you go see Coach A to save yourself before you get to the weekend.
Tell them about it. I like it.
Coach A be spitting some real stuff. I be watching it like, man, maybe one day I'll change my ways after watching.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Hey, you got to make sure they put their kids to bed. I done chimed in a few times. You got to make sure your kids is in bed and you in the area where nobody's listening, because they be talking about some dirty rice and some nasty spaghetti. spaghetti sauce. They talk about all that stuff. I'm like,
Or-
good
or-
Lord.
Or flat out stuff that's just incriminating, beating up coworkers and carrying on.
Yes, sir, but not today. Not today. So listen, right now we in our gun talk. We talking about guns. How you feel about guns? Should you have them? Should you not have them? Do we need them in society? The next question I got for you, Jody, is what about limits? How many? Can you just buy as many as your bank account allows, or it shouldn't be no limit?
That's an infringement. What are you keeping tabs on what I buy? Like, come on, bro, that's an infringement.
Gotcha.
If I want to buy 25, I can buy 25. The problem is, Coach A, right? Let's say I got 100 guns, right? I can't carry 100 with me all the time.
Right.
I only got 2 arms. It don't matter how many guns you got. You know what I'm saying? You can only carry 2 at a time. So it don't matter how many guns you got. And I think that's a big misconception. It's like, oh, why do you need that many? Honestly, it's like a collection. The same way, why do women need that many pair of shoes? You only got 2 feet.
Exactly. So listen, real quick though, we talking about guns, and I'm with you. I feel like it should be, our right to carry, as long as you're responsible, and a few other listeners agree as well. Shout out to, I believe it's Rhea, Amber. Yeah. Them some women that carry guns. You gotta watch out for them.
Miss Rhea and Miss Amber around here packing that heat.
Packing the heat. So they cute but deadly. That's how it is. Cute but deadly. So listen. Right. So what about protecting your guns? Like if you have kids and stuff like that, can you give some insights or how you can keep your guns protected from other family members or other people while they're in your house? I think that's important that we talk about gun safety since we talked about it.
Get you a little lockbox, a little. Oh wait.
See?
I had it backwards. See, get you a little lockbox, you know what I'm saying? Keep all your valuables in there, and get you a little lockbox to keep that in, you know what I'm saying? To keep the kiddies away from it. But yeah, gun safe lockboxes, you know what I'm saying? Keeping them out of reach of children, and also teaching your kids about guns, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not a toy, it's very dangerous thing. Because what happens is when you have curious kids, that's the most dangerous thing in the world, man. You got a lot of parents that just go out there and it's like, oh, guns are bad. But then it's like, what happens? You get curious kids, and at a certain point, kids are going to be to an age where you can't put them up high enough. You can't lock them up tight enough because they're not stupid. They're looking, they're paying attention, they're watching. And what you think, you know what I'm saying? They don't sit there and watch you punch in that 4-digit code 1,000 times, and now they finally got to it. Teach your kids, you know what I'm saying? Let your kids shoot. Teach your kids about guns. Teach your kids about gun safety. But yeah, make sure you also keep them put up.
That's Amber.
Yeah, see, because that's exactly the right thing to do, because at the same time, it takes away that curiosity, because if you just keep hiding it, they're going to want to keep seeing it. So if you take your kids out shooting, you know what I'm saying, when you go shooting and let them, like, basically it's like when you were a kid, get that gas off your chest. Remember when you first got your car and your parents used to make you drive everywhere to get that gas off your chest? Yeah, get that ammo off your chest. Get that lead off your chest. So when I'm gone at work and you home, you ain't sitting around wondering like what it do and how it is and all this other stuff. Because if they've been to the gun range, they've shot it, they felt it. And in all honesty, bro, some kids might not like it. It might be too much of a kick, might be too loud of a sound, and you might just get to a point where it's like, I don't really like it, so I don't want to touch it. Yeah. But it's definitely not just kids though. It's definitely something to teach everybody in your house. Everybody in your house. If you got a gun in your house, everybody in your house will have gun safety.
Give you some cheers for that gun safety. That's responsible too. Amber, she said she has a gun safe. She said her son knows about that they have some. We have talked about gun safety and starting to let him shoot. So that's definitely a parent that's being responsible.
That's exactly the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's gonna be a point when she's not home and he's home, and he's not gonna be like, oh, I want to go touch the gun, because he's already touched it, he's already shot it, he's already done whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Because that's most of the accidents when you happen with kids. It's just it's always like, it's always curiosity. It's nobody's home, I'm playing with it, and it's tragic every time it happens, and even with adults.
Unless, of course, their kids is crazy. You can't. Unless, of course, they crazy. It is.
Hey,
there's nothing gonna save you, anyways.
Hey, well, most of the time, them kids are crazy, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Mm,
Stop it.
yeah,
Yeah, when it comes to gun violence, yeah, that would seems to be the norm, but
yeah.
crazy comes in all colors for sure.
How many
But
crazy black kids be talking about? Come on, bro. Imagine telling your mom, I'm gonna get the gun and shoot you. Your mama say some stuff like, if I wake up dead, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
yes, exactly.
If I wake up dead, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
So what about I got a lock? I got a code lock on the door, so you can't even come into the. I mean, I have a safe as well, but I got a code lock on the door. You know, I'm from the old school. You don't even need to be in my room for nothing. That's
Hey,
old school there. That's black old school.
Unless I call you in here, why are you in here?
Exactly. So I just went ahead and put a safe, put a lock on there. So that's funny.
I mean, the more measures, the better. But yeah, it's all about gun safety, man. Teaching everybody in your house how to handle a gun, how to load a gun, how to disarm a gun. You know what I'm saying? Because like the more you know, the better off you'll be. Because if you don't have that conversation, it's just like it can end badly. You know, right. Teach them gun etiquette. Like, bro, I don't care what we doing. We can be in a group of guys, and I bought a brand new gun, right? And I'm like, yo, check this out. This is my brand new piece. First thing you do, check to see if it's a mag. Check to see if it's one in the chamber, right? And when I done that, when you hand it to the person next to you, first thing they do, cock it back, make sure it's empty. I don't care how many times we do it. You check to see if that's empty every single time. I don't care if I just watch 4 other people do it. I'm going to check and see.
That's responsible.
That's called gun etiquette. You know what I'm saying? Because, some people just ain't got it. Some people just, like, literally, I'm not going to say, like, I was kind of kicking it with this one little chick, and she was like, oh, I want to see it. So, I did the whole responsible thing, right? And the first thing she did when she grabbed it was just like, ooh, click. And I was like,
did she?
Right. I was like, you ain't even gonna check to see if it's empty. She's like, oh, I just watch you take it out. I'm like, bruh, see, no. Oh, you done messed up. No, you done messed it up. Can't do it.
Why she need to click it anyway? That's weird. That's crazy.
That's how people are who aren't gun savvy. Like the first thing they do is pull the damn trigger. I'm like, bruh.
Exactly. Like, what you want to see if it's a smooth trigger or rough trigger? Or I don't. What you checking for? That don't make sense.
You want to see if it's a Glock trigger or a SIG trigger? Like what you checking for is my question. But yeah,
exactly. Listen though, guns. Another thing too that can help is the type of gun you get, because some of the guns come with safety features too. Like you had to have a certain squeeze in order to pull the trigger, or some of them come with the little latch where if there's one in the chamber or not, stuff like that. So there's other things other type of guns you can purchase that'll help with gun safety as well. I don't think that there's one specific thing that we should do that's going to help us completely. We should do all of it together if possible. You do the gun education and make sure you have the proper guns in your house, unless you're just a collector. You know what I'm saying? You might collect old war veteran guns from 1950 where you exactly like, don't drop it. If you drop it on the floor, it's going off.
oh World War II, you gotta pick the little pellets and put it in. You gotta put the gunpowder, then the pelt. Then you rip the little packet and pour it in there. Then you pack it. Then you half cock it, and then you gotta do all that.
Exactly.
You gotta do all that. It's a process. But I think for me, I don't like guns with safety because like some people forget the safety's on or safety's off, or you get so used to the safety features. Like I keep all mine but one loaded, so that way I know for a fact that this is loaded, is ready to go.
You keep one in the chamber, or you just keep it loaded?
Yeah, I keep one in the chamber because for me it keeps me in a place where like, hey, it's loaded 24/7. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's loaded 24/7. Because like
that's high alert. That's like orange. That's like terrorists. Like when the country's on orange.
Because honestly, bro, you don't want to be in a situation where you get into a sticky situation and you forget to cock your crap.
Yeah, see, Amber's responsible here. She said her 380 has a safety feature, and she did that because her son was younger and she was worried. That was real.
and that's good. If you felt like that was your best way to go to keep your kids safe, then I'm not knocking nobody for like wanting to have a safety. I personally ain't got a lot of kids around, so I don't have a safety on mine, but some people have the safety to keep kids safe, and which is a good thing, because that safety can and will save a life just in case. You know what I'm saying? You mess around and put it down and your kid get a hold of it, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta hold the little back strap and then pull the trigger. It's like, because we've seen incidences like we've seen kids in like Lakeland a couple years ago. The little 3-year-old ended up shooting himself, and because you left the gun in the glove box. I'm like, bruh, why you left him with no safety in a place where he can reach it? Glove box ain't secure, and that's a tragedy. But like, it's a lesson learned. It's like, bro, you say the other one is on go.
On go. But that's another thing too about these safety features too, is that you got to get out and practice to become familiar with your weapon for sure, because safety features can get you killed as well.
Forgetting them mugs on. And yeah, I got this phrase. I seen this gun one time. My sister-in-law had it, and bro, you had to have the mag in to even pull the trigger. You got to cock it back, and it had a lever. And then you got to have like your finger on one part and your hand on the back part. And I was like, damn, gun's so safe, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. That's the truth, man. So you definitely got to familiarize with it. There's 2 ranges out. You know how many ranges out there? I only know of there's one here in Palmetto. I found one that's a small one.
Oh, yeah, you got one in one in Sarasota off of University called Shoot Straight.
Shoot Straight. And then there's another one here in Palmetto.
What is it?
It's on 301. This is real small. I forget what it's called. I noticed it. Take Aim, I think, or something like that. I noticed it when I was
like Bullseye or something like that. Or
Bullseye. I think that's what it is.
So Take Aim is off of it's right off of University and 301. That one's in a little cut too.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a few of them. You can definitely shout out to them. We ain't getting paid for their advertisement, but you know, we just want to make sure that all our gun toters are safe and they have a nowhere to go to practice with their weapon.
Right. Amber say, when you are in a real situation, terrified, shaken, it's really hard to follow steps in a timely manner. That's true. That's why I say this.
But see, that's another thing too, is that if you're a nervous person, then, you know, having the gun might not be the best thing for you as well. You know, you have to know your individual, because if you panicking, you know, you might shoot somebody and they was coming to help you, or you know what I'm saying? So that's why you need to have lessons on real life situations, because it's not just using the gun, it's when to use the gun in real life situations, what to do with the gun in real life situations, what to do with yourself in real life situations. It is a lot, and I think a lot of people don't really understand how serious it is to own a gun. Like I explained to one of my homegirls one time. She was like, well, what would I do if somebody broke in my house? And I'm like, she lives in a 2-story house. I say, okay, so let me ask you this, right? You got your gun, right? What you do, you go get your son. You get yourself in a safe place, right? I say, you go get your son. You go to your room. You get in a closet, and you put your back up against the wall. You close the door to that closet. I say, because if that person wants to come and harm you, they're gonna have to come through that door. And what you want to do is you want to get whoever's assaulting you in a narrow space. You don't want to have a lot of space to move side to side. So if you get them in a narrow space, you got a better chance of hitting your target. But at the same time, you don't go and engage your target. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like SWAT or Navy SEAL, don't go engage your target. If you a regular mom, you get your gun, you get your kid or kids, and you get to a safe place. You call 911, and you know what? What's the most important thing in the house? Your TV or your child? You know what I'm saying? Sure,
right. Yeah. So if they're gonna take everything in the living room, then let them take everything in the living room. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can buy your stuff back. You can't buy your life back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get whoever you can get them safe, and you call 911, and then you ask 911, who's the officer that's going to be dispatched to my house? What do they look like? What's their name? Because people are fake like they're the cops. Like, man, I'm here, the police, and then you drop your guard. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they'll do that for you. Like they'll like give the police officer like a safe word and stuff like that, so you can know that it's the police actually walking in your house, so you don't accidentally shoot the police. But a lot of people
to remember though.
But like that's what I'm saying. this is what happens when you go to those seminars and stuff. Like you go to shooting seminars because it's like I wouldn't have knew that if I hadn't been going to a shooting seminar. You know what I'm saying? What to do in a home invasion. You know what I'm saying? How to, because it's like the thing is with a home invasion also it's like people don't know if it's dark and you shoot that gun, that light can temporarily blind you because it's so bright. So it's just like that's why it's important to have a flashlight. That way it deteriorates that big flash. But like it's a lot. It's a lot going on to having guns. So it's just like if you're gonna have a gun, you need to take the precautions. If you're not gonna do anything, watch a YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the better off you'll be. For if you ever in a situation and you have to use it, you at least have the knowledge. You at least heard it first. So for our people that's watching, hey, get a flashlight on your gun. Don't be shooting nobody in the absolute dark. And if you're gonna shoot, empty the mag. You don't want the bad guy picking up your gun and shooting you with it. Don't do shit like announce I got a gun. Like I got a gun. Because now they know. And if they had a gun, now they're gonna be prone to shoot first. Like, don't tell them you got a gun. Let them be surprised when they got to pull a 380 slug out of their spleen. Let them be surprised.
So you heard it. That's jODI's training for the day about having a gun. We definitely got a lot of. I felt like we covered just about a lot of areas when it comes to gun, as far as safety, as far as our opinions on having guns and stuff like that. And I think that's important. Exactly. And so, again, you already know what time it is. For those of you who don't know, it's the Coach A and jODI Saturday morning takeover at Family Talk. That's right. And so the fellas is out for the day. It's just me and jODI. It's Toxic Tuesday, jODI. Impact Thursday, Coach A. And we taking over your Family Talk. And so now, guess what? jODI, why you ain't married yet, man?
Oh, Lord, here we go.
What's up with that, man? Do you even have a boo? You know what I'm saying? I'm like really, do you is this wedding thing is just not gonna happen, huh? Tell me, dog. Tell me, dog.
We had to turn this on me.
Yes, sir. Obviously, it's for everybody that's listening, but since I got you in the seat, we starting with you, man. We want
the hot seat.
The hot seat, exactly.
All right. Well, while I'm not married, you know what? Honestly, it's just never something I thought about. In all honesty, but they turn the background music down a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, good. I got you.
Honestly, it's just never something I thought about. It's just one of the things when you like just moving through life, you just never really thought about it. Like I spent so much time trying to correct all my dumb mistakes. I never thought about just really getting married, you know. So I just never really thought about it, man. It's just never something that really hopped on my plate. And yeah, man, it's maybe one day.
So do you believe? So you said maybe one day. So I'm guessing you believe in marriage. You believe in getting married and family and stuff like that. Kids, you want kids someday?
I mean, I'm 33 right now. So I'm just like, look, if I do, I do. I don't, I don't. I got enough nieces and nephews, you know what I'm saying?
But that ain't the question, though.
Honestly,
the question is specific. Do you want kids someday?
I wouldn't mind.
That boy hit that hard question. Like, you know, Coach A ain't gonna let you escape.
Right. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm at the point where if it happens, it happens. I don't know how to give you an answer. Like, if somebody was like, hey, I'm pregnant, be like, oh, okay, cool, bet. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Or if they're like, I don't never want to have kids, I was like, shoot, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm not intentionally trying to make kids, but like if it happens, then it happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm not really pressed about it. And that's one of my problems. I'm so just like, I'm so on the fence about everything. Like, look, if somebody say they pregnant, then they pregnant. If somebody say, hey, I ain't having no kids, then and we ain't having no kids. They go real. What's wrong with not being married? Nothing.
Nothing. That's you absolutely correct. There ain't nothing wrong with being married. But however, there's no greater to me personally, there's no greater feeling. We're talking about kids on planning. So many people have kids just surprise. They're like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. That's good. But there's a process when you plan, you want a child and you're every time you getting with your woman is to have a child. That's a different feeling.
So,
that
Coach
very
Jay,
few
not
people have.
hold on now, because in the spirit of keeping it toxic. So what you saying is practicing making a baby is fun. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, when you have the intention, because there's always in the back of the mind, like if you don't want to have a child, you have to be extra cautious and, you have to do these things and make sure everything work out right. So then there's always a level of I don't want to call it tension, but a level of caution that you have where you can't put your all into that individual. But when you have an individual that you plan on spending the rest of your life with and y'all intentionally want to grow a family, boy, I'm telling you, that's a different fit. When you get with that person, that's a different feeling.
So what you saying is, hey, we trying to have a baby, so I ain't pulling out of nothing.
Yeah, when you both, exactly. Like my wife, she's pregnant now. This is what we planned on. I have, and I'll just be honest with you, I have 6 kids. 5 biological, 1, and some step kids as well. But out of all mine, there's only 2 that I intentionally worked on and planned. Like this is what we wanted. Every time when we got together, we was working towards that. And it was just the greatest feeling when you make that child out of that environment. I'm telling you, man, it's different. It's very rare people expect, because people they out here messing around willy-nilly and then boop, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, oh, okay, well, I got to do the right thing. I got to take care of my child. I got to, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. It happens to everybody, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just telling you, you selling yourself short when you plan for it and you make it happen. I can't hear you, man. You muted. Oh, he's talking to mom. She probably was listening to that. Boy, don't you represent me wrong. So let me see what some of these comments are. Shout out to Nick. What's up? Nick, you said why not? I don't understand what you mean. Why not? Be more specific. Sometimes the comments come in after our, we've been talking or doing our little rant. So right now it's the jODI SKYYWALKER Coach A takeover. Let me hit the theme music for our takeover.
Hey, hold up. You see my boy Jeff? That boy say, damn, 6.
6. Yes. And I got to be careful because my gun's still loaded. Like I said, it's the Coach A. It's the jODI SKYYWALKER Coach A takeover Saturday morning. Fellas is out. We see Nick chimed in. What's up, Nick? So we definitely, wishing our boys the very best today. Hope they're having a great weekend. Couple of them is recovering from, being under the weather. Our prayers and thoughts is with them for sure. We miss you guys. But today is the Toxic Tuesday jODI and the Impact Thursday Coach A takeover.
You see what Amber say? Making love to your best friend's spouse and creating a child is beautiful rather than just the oops. What you trying to say?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Hey, because 90% of us were oops babies. My parents weren't trying to have me, bro.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's a different feeling because I've had oops. I had oops. Shout out to Jefferson. Who's judging me, dog? Man.
Jefferson said, damn, 6.
You gonna have to come see me, man. No. But I'm glad though. My kids, I have some college graduates. I got one that's in college getting ready to graduate now, and one that's in college working on it. So, for
what
sure.
You mean you still love the child and it's different? What's different? We intended on have. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's say you're trying to have a baby, and then all of a sudden you go to the doctor, and boom, you got twins. So what you gonna tell them? Like, hey, you was on purpose, but you was an accident.
Yeah, you got to pick which one. You want somebody got to be the accident. So you
just it'd be the second one. The second one got to be the accident.
No, you get to pick.
You get to pick?
Yeah, you get to pick.
Okay.
No, that's not what you do. You treat them both the same.
Hey, it'd be the one that's most successful. The most successful one, like we tried to have you mess up brother over here. He ain't it. He was an actor.
Amber, no, Amber. Have you, Amber? Does Amber have any kids? You have any kids?
She got one. She got a handsome young man.
Was it a oops? Was it a oops or a planned? You know, I don't want to put your business out there, but you know, she said yes. It was a oops or not.
Listen. If I have a kid,
let us know if you don't mind. Let us know. But I'm just telling you that it is a different feeling when you plan for it. I like that word oops when you have a oops kid versus a see. You say he was planned. I'm telling you. So she know what I'm talking about. That's why she's saying that. She know exactly what I'm talking about, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with planning kids because you know we need more parents out there that actually prepare for having kids instead of these retards out here popping out 6 babies and living off the government. Well, we need.
Why you gotta use the word 6? Why you gotta use the word 6?
Because it's LeBron James' number right now. That's what it was.
That was a good one.
That
was a good comeback.
It's that old Dr. J number, but that's it.
So do you think so you think marriage is good? Is good for today or nah?
I think honestly, it's whatever would fits you. Because I know people out here that have been together for 20 years and ain't married. It's whatever that fits you. If you feel like a marriage is something that's going to be beneficial for you and your partner, then I think that's the route you should go because it helps with insurance. It helps with like the last will and testament. It helps with credits. It helps with a lot of things. Marriage has its benefits, but it also has its disadvantages because like if I roll up in here with a 700 credit score and you roll up in here with 400, guess what? Now we sitting at a now we together. Now our finance together. So now my credits. Now I just picked up your school debt, and I ain't got none. So, but also be careful who you're married to. Ooh, cha.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the perfect, our version of the perfect spouse. All right, we're gonna get into that. But right now we're just talking about marriage. Is it good? And I agree with you, but I feel like you know it's important. Because and not necessarily being married is important just because I have Christian views and you know a lot of our views is you have to have the paper, but sometimes you can be married just together, you know what I'm saying? Not common law marriages. You know, I don't personally believe.
Ain't that like 7 years after you've been with somebody? That's a common law marriage.
It just depends on the state. It depends on the state. If that's your intention, I think if that's your intention on being with this person and making it a common law marriage, then I think that holds the same amount of weight. But I think it's a very bad cop out when you can be with a person for 15, 20 years, and then you can just easily slide out the picture. I think that's a cop out. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? The family structure is important. That's what's wrong with society today because we don't have strong family structures, man, women, and child. You know, we just went through some of the gun issues, you know, with having guns, and a lot of that stuff also can be helped by having a strong family structure. You have the father and the mother teaching the child how to behave. So what do you say about that?
I say that long as the child is brought up with love and respect and good morals, I know, and I'm glad Jimbo ain't here. I don't always necessarily agree. It has to be man, woman, and child. I'm like, look, Ooh. I don't necessarily agree. I feel like, you know what? I've seen it.
Jimbo, you got me. I don't agree with that either.
I seen it at work. Is this dude at work, he gay and he got a husband and they adopted 2 girls. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I say for me, I'm just like, I don't really see anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, we love them to death. We do anything for them. They're raised in the house. They got their own rooms. And we pulled them out of a situation where like the one was like being abused and the other one was born premature because the mother was on drugs. Right. And we just happened to pull them out of that situation. And they've been with us for like 7 years now. And they're perfectly healthy and everything. And so people who be like, oh, I get into the whole thing, but like, oh, well, it got to be man, woman, and child. Well, obviously you got man, and 2 daughters. So I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that because it's like, think about it like this. for the people who are so high and mighty on like man, woman, and child, it's like, would you rather have left them kids in a situation they were in, or would you rather be with them with two people that love and care and protect them like to no end? So it's like, I think that long as the child is raised appropriately, then I don't see any issue with the dynamic of their household. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's two men, two women, it doesn't matter. As long as they know that they have two parents that care about them and love them and teach them right from wrong, I don't really see a bad dynamic on it at all. Now, right. I do have an issue when you have like white people who adopt black kids.
Oh my gosh! I knew you when you said white. When you said white, I knew where you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And you already know because I see it. Like you, bro. Literally, you see like white people with like black kids, and they be having them dressed all weird and doing all kind of weird stuff, and it's just like, what are you? That's why I gotta draw the line. I'm like, hold up, slice, stop, pause, because why this boy 6 years old, Al Sharpton hairdo? Like, boy, where his fade at? Like, stop playing with that boy top.
But that happens all the time. A lot of times people, when they adopt, minorities or, different kids from different culture, they don't understand the culture. They don't know how to take care of their hair and just different stuff like that. And that happens, for sure. So obviously we're not one to judge, a person's relationship or what's a good family and a bad family. But I do know that a family structure involves teaching. And so there's things that men can't teach that women can teach. And there's things that women can teach that men can't teach. And so a lot of times you can create confusion as well. It's not always the case, but you can create confusion in the individual. And just think about this. When our first line of teaching is our example from the child's birth is our example. And so, obviously when, kids are looking up to us, they're looking up to us and our actions and what we're doing. And so you just have to take all that in consideration for sure. So you got to understand that. And yeah, I agree. Love is love. And,
I'm about to say, yeah, put her comment out. As long as that child's being taken care of in a loving environment, there's nothing wrong with who raised that child. It's a lot of people out there that disagree with that whole statement. And as toxic as I can be, listen, I'm all about helping the kiddos, baby. If the kid got a safe place to be, I don't care where it's
That's
at.
what I'm telling you. But you have to understand, is that always helping the kids? Because emotionally, you don't know what the kid is going through, because inside they feel in a certain way, but they're looking at their parents and be like, yo, why am I feeling the opposite of my parents? Maybe I'm wrong, or am my parents wrong, or am I supposed to feel like this?
Then that's what you talk to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, that's what you talk to them.
But listen, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that we tell kids all the time, do as I say, not as I do. But our actions is what really, has the biggest impact on the kids. And so a lot of times it creates an emotional monster inside that we don't even understand, because it's just so much against the norm. It's so much against how the environment and how society is built. So I agree with you. Love is love. And you can have two men or two women. They can raise a perfect child, but at the same time, are they? You know what I'm saying? How do you know the emotional portion of that child that they have to deal with when they're feeling a certain way, but they're living in a different environment? And so we don't understand how that affects the body, how it affects the child. And so, just think about that.
I mean, I think it's a hard wiring though. Like, I don't know what it was, but when I was little, I used to look at my mom's JCPenney magazines and flip right to the bra section. When you was a jet and your parents got them jet magazines.
So why you didn't look? But see, right, exactly. But if you was in the situation where you have two moms or you had two dads, you might be looking at a different magazine.
No, that's not necessarily true. You hardwired. It's like you don't get influenced. Like some people do and some people don't. But me, I feel like I was hardwired. I don't know.
That's what I'm telling you. We don't know. We don't know. But we do know that it does put some a emotional strain on some people, certain kids. So you just have that, that's why is with me, my personal opinion, I don't believe it's beneficial. I don't believe it's beneficial to the world. Like it takes us down the next path of not having kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just against the environment. That's all.
I mean, but like you got so many people, right, that can't have kids, but you got so many people that can't. So it's not, I don't feel like it's taken away from the world, because you know what? The two idiots that shouldn't be reproducing, they got 5-6 kids, you know what I'm saying, that they shouldn't have. And it's just like, okay, you know what? Instead of keeping these kids together, let's have them somewhere where they can actually be productive adults. Because that'd be the problem. It's like you got all these people. The people that's making all the babies ain't the ones that's teaching these babies right from wrong. You know, that's the biggest problem. We all know one person right now. One person right now that got more than 3 kids, and they probably shouldn't have had none in the first damn place.
Yeah, but that's not the norm. You can't take individual situations and make it seem like it's the norm for the world. That's what's wrong. And you got a comment right here. She say, "Preach it, jODI," like you reading from a Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just your personal opinion, and that's part of the issue that we in, is that we take our personal opinions and speak it out like it's the facts throughout the world. It's not complete facts throughout the world. It's just within the scope of what you've experienced.
Because Coach, you don't know one person right now that got like 4-5 kids, and you know damn well they shouldn't have them. Like there ain't no reason why.
How do I know that they shouldn't have them? That's based on my personal opinion, and my personal opinion.
But you don't know. You don't know.
Based on my personal opinion, no, that's called judging. Based on my personal opinion, I can't say if a person should have them or not. Well, obviously, if the kids are being abused or doing something like that, and I don't know too many people, that's abusing their kids. If they are abusing their kids, then they shouldn't have kids.
It's not about abuse, okay? It's about this. It's about why is it that you got 5 kids and you working at Waffle House? Like you think that you working at Waffle House is going to help you take care of those 5 kids. So now you dependent on food stamps, and Section 8, and everything else up under the sun. It's like, don't you think maybe if you felt like your financial top was going to be $28,000, or your highest was going to be a Waffle House supervisor, you think you need to be reproducing more children so you can keep struggling? That's the problem. It's just like, why do you keep reproducing kids?
But that's what I'm saying. Who's saying they struggling?
You working at Waffle House with 5 kids.
But who's saying they struggling? If they're happy, happiness, the same. A person that's sitting in $1 million mansion with a swimming pool and all this money in the bank is happy. They can be happy. And a person that's in the 1-bedroom with 5 kids and they all eating together, their ramen noodles or whatever it is, and they watching the same thing on TV, can be just as happy. Happiness doesn't change based on what you have. It's individual.
The happiness doesn't change, but at the same time. So how can
you say, and even with struggling, so how can you say that this person that's working at the Waffle House with 5 kids, they're not happy, or
maybe you just got a really good outlook on life, and that's great. I'm happy for you for your great outlook on life, but at the same time, you have to look at it from a real, bro. If I got 5 kids and I'm working a mediocre job,
jODI,
it's the majority of people.
You can't speak for the majority of people. You don't
I'm gonna speak for the majority of the people. You see my Toxic Tuesdays. So we ain't gonna sit here and lie. Okay, we is not gonna sit here and lie. What you finish? Because money dictate.
If you don't have everybody's opinion, you're lying. Just so you know, if you're speaking for everybody and you don't have everybody's opinion, then you're lying. Just so you know.
That's what it is.
Yes, you know, Coach A. You know, I'm gonna get to the root of it.
Okay, but you know what? I made it from back here, right? Now look at this situation, like, bro, that person is unhappy. And I'm gonna leave them a good tip, right? Because I know they need it, right?
Yeah. we got some great comments for sure. I've been putting some up. We're poor growing up, but we were loved, and now that I am adult, I appreciate the struggle. Yep. And
we are, and that's
she had a good one. She said and financial stable are two different things. That's true. I brought the happiness. I brought the happiness into it, but and you was talking about financial stability. And again, the financial stability, that was me for bringing in the happiness, but the financial stability again is based on the individual and their situation. If
all I'm saying is, when you ever seen somebody upset during tax season?
I see a lot of people upset when they got to pay.
Okay, but the people, them ratchet behind people that keep them $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 checks. You ain't never seen nobody depressed. I ain't never seen nobody in the hood commit suicide during tax season if they done got that check.
Yeah, they happy.
Exactly.
Look, see, here go one person I think she's saying she be unhappy during tax season. That's because you ain't came to coach. You need to come to coach.
Here we go.
You need to come to coach. I've been doing taxes for 18 years. Bookkeeping, accounting work. Come to coach. Come see me. I'll take care of you. All my customers come out happy one way or another. Even if they have to pay, they come out happy.
Look, I had something
got me out of it. I appreciate it, coach. But yeah, it is. She said tax season is temporary happiness.
And I'm happy temporarily until my money run out. You know what I'm saying? I pay off a credit card or something.
You ain't getting no big checks on tax season anyway.
Hey, last year I got like $4,000 back. Hey,
but you want to know what's funny though? I was just thinking about I'm gonna do a video about helping people get big tax returns. As far as how to get more money back. There's some certain ways, certain things you can do, certain things that people need to know to help them. I'm gonna do that video for sure. So jODI, back to the question: are you getting married, man? One day. That's the question. Are you getting married one day?
In all honesty, if Rihanna ever answered back my DM, maybe she need to quit playing with me, bro. Answer my DM, okay? That's what you need to do. Or if I'm out like a Bonita Beach or like Marco Island or something, and I run into a sugar mom. Yeah.
Here we go with that sugar mama again. Remember, I told you about that. You gotta be putting out that same energy.
I'm putting out that same energy. Like, okay, baby, I can fix your pipes here. I can fix your pipes at home. It's whatever you want to do. Okay. I'm acting on getting me a sugar mama, because if I get me a sugar mama, we all gonna benefit. I'm taking let's discuss it to the next level if I get me a sugar mama. Baby, I'm a professional. But I'm trying to help.
Here we go. It's the jODI SKYYWALKER and the Coach A Saturday morning family time takeover. Gang, you hear it. It's the takeover. The fellas is out. You got us today. We getting into a Toxic Tuesday, jODI, and Impact Thursday, Coach A. What's up, everybody? So listen. We was just getting into marriage, talking about marriage, right? So now, or let's talk about the ideal. If you were to get married, let's get real and talk about the ideal person, the ideal woman, or the ideal man. These are the characteristics that a person should have if you're going to consider to marry them, for sure. Right?
Who are the real qualities of a wife? Okay.
Yes.
I got it.
We doing both. But wait. I got something. We're gonna do the women first, but I got something just for the women too. I want you to check this out. Listen.
Oh Lord.
To the cash, she look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it. Girl, do it. We get to it, got it stocked up.
Yes, sir.
Beat drop.
That's for my ladies. So let's get into some characteristics, man. Right?
So we want the ladies to describe their perfect man?
No, not yet. We're doing the women. We're doing the perfect women. So women can chime in what they feel like a good wife, what they feel like a good wife should have or do, or the characteristics they should have as well. Okay. But that's what we're going through. And then right after that, we're going to go through the men. And this could be helpful too. If somebody plan on getting married or having a life partner or whatever you want to call it, if you got to pick somebody, they should definitely have these characteristics.
If you single, start looking through these comments, because your soulmate might be in there, mug.
Exactly. So the first thing I got.
I'm going to just throw this out there right now. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
My boy Jefferson need a girlfriend. So ladies,
She said, "Don't nag." Okay, I like that. Don't nag.
Ooh, yes. Like, girl, yes. Who's that? Melissa, praise you. Don't nag. Listen, if I said I'm gonna do it, you ain't gotta remind me every 6 months. Like, I know what I said 6 months ago. Okay, dang. Remind me every 6 months when you gonna do it. Like
Every 6 months. If somebody got to remind you every 6 months, that's a problem.
That's nagging. Leave me alone.
No, every 6 months. That's not nagging.
Don't bother.
Nagging is a little more frequent than that. It's a little more frequent than that.
Perfect. We talking about perfect wife.
Listen, first characteristics. You know, I sent you the message, man. We already got the guideline. First thing is patience. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. You got to be patient because nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect, and we all make mistakes.
Because there you go, sugarcoating stuff again. Talking about nobody's perfect, ladies.
Listen. Before you say that, listen. We talking about characteristics that's gonna transition the relationship that you in and take it to the level, to the end times. Forever. These are serious characteristics, bro. I don't play when I come to helping people. So you have to be patient because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. If you have a person that ain't patient, you're gonna be fighting back and forth all the time.
Melissa is in a picture with a guy, so I'm gonna say she's married. These comments is probably why she married right here. That's why that man got on one knee because he was like, "Oh, she don't nag," wifey material right there.
Yeah, nagging is definitely subjective. Subjective. Some people can take it, some people can't, right? But at the same time, patience. Talk about that because we all make mistakes. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be arguing all the time because of a mistake or something that goes on. So they definitely got to have patience. What else?
She said you happily married because you don't nag, right? That man give you the world because you leave him alone.
It's a lot. I'm sure it's a lot more. She got a lot more characteristics than not nagging.
I'm sure do, but she definitely happily married because she don't nag though. I give her that.
She said, listen, do you have advice for women in their 50s? Yes, absolutely. First of all, you got to keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. And jODI was looking for somebody that's distinguished in their 50s as well. So go ahead and DM jODI, SKYYWALKER.
That's my cousin.
I'm trying to hook you up.
I see that. Listen.
I'm trying to hook you up.
That Cuzzo, that big Cuzzo right there.
Yeah. So for sure, keep hope alive. It don't matter what age you are. So come on, man. We're going through these characteristics, right?
Patience.
So you gotta be patient. Listen, what about she got to be able to do that thing in the kitchen or not?
It's like you ain't got to be Chef Gordon Ramsay, but you should be at least able to put a couple good meals together. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you like, babe, I'll make that chicken thing you like. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, heck yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like you got to be able to do a little something. I feel like it should be 50. It should be like, I know I'm probably going to sound a little sexist, but it should be like 70-30 in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to go in the kitchen and throw something down that you like. But like,
or at least get it started. Sometimes I help my wife get it started.
Yeah, I don't really cook like that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your girl should be able to go in the kitchen and throw something down, especially a couple meals that you like. You know what I'm saying? Babe, I'm making the whatever spaghetti, or I'm making the this, that, and the third. Not the spaghetti. We canceling spaghetti, right?
Well, if you married, it's different, but you got to change the recipe for that spaghetti. Once you get married,
the whole time she Toxic Tuesday spaghetti. You sitting over there watching?
not that Toxic Tuesday spaghetti.
Not Toxic Tuesday spaghetti
or they rice. You got to change the recipe. Once you get married or once you get in that relationship, y'all living together, no, you got to change that recipe.
Yeah, she got to be able to throw down in the kitchen a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to bang a couple pots and pans. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay, what about self-control? I'm going to be serious. Self-control. Just think about this. I one time I dated a girl, right? And it seemed like everywhere we went, it was conflict. We was at the club fighting. She getting into a fight at the club. You at the grocery store arguing with people all the time. I think that's important. You don't want to be defending. You don't want to be having to defend your wife or your girl all the time.
That's for me. That's maturity. Like, bro, we at the club. You never gonna see this person in your life again. Why you arguing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? What did you gain from almost going to jail?
But some people like that. Some girls like that. They look for confidence. They just can't control themselves. If something happened that they don't like, they go to 10 instead of 2 or 3 or gradually go up there. They at 10 now. This your girl. You got to defend them. You can't just be like, wrong, babe.
Hey, Coach A, what you not finna do is be talking about a couple of my ex-girlfriends on this show. You ain't finna be doing all that. Lead them out of this. But yeah, man, I've dated some girls like that, and it's just like, yeah, like, why everything gotta be a level 10 with you? Like, dang.
Yeah.
You pick your battles, man. Not everything needs a 10 reaction.
And I think that's just a matter of having self-control. What about being clean, cleaning up?
10. Yeah. Here's the thing. Okay, how about this? I will give it a 9 because sometimes when women are busy, they can get cluttery. Okay. Yeah. Now there's a difference between cluttery. Like here's the thing, right? And all the ladies are gonna agree to this, right? Ladies have a pile of clothes that sit on the dresser or on the nightstand. Like you put it on once and it's not necessarily dirty, but you don't want to put it back in a drawer where it's not necessarily clean. So you put it on your drawer or your nightstand so you can throw it on again later on. Mm-hmm. So that little pile of clothes, all right, cool. You got a little pile of clothes in the closet next to the laundry basket. All right, cool. But like that can be cleaned up in a matter of 10, 15 minutes and everything's all mop and glow. So that's cluttery. Mop and glow. Yeah, I can deal with cluttery. You know what I'm saying? Because it can be easily picked up. Now, dirty is when you don't clean that little plastic thing on the bottom of your toilet. Dirty is when it's Sunday and you still got that ring around your tub. Dirty is when you got a sink full of dishes. Yeah. Dirty is when I'm vacuuming and every time I vacuum, I fill up the vacuum cleaner because there's so much stuff. That's dirty. I will not stand for dirty, right? I will not stand. Like for people who even got pets, your house shouldn't smell like you got pets, bro. Tighten up. So
yeah,
that's
big. That's good. So they got to be clean. They got to be clean.
I clean, and that's the thing with me, Coach A. I clean, and I don't clean because like, oh man, I gotta clean, bro. I enjoy cleaning. Cleaning is a therapy. It is instant gratification that I did something and it came out. So I love cleaning.
You got some of the qualities of a good husband already. So what about keeping itself looking nice?
Yeah, you gotta keep your appearance up.
So I'm thinking, look, this was something I came up just off the top of my head. I'm thinking at home, you can 50%, like maybe 50%. You know what I'm saying? You can't always be on 10 when you're at home. You might be tired or not feeling well or whatever the situation is. But when we're in public, it's gotta be 100%, bro.
I mean, for me, it's got to be at least 80. Make it look like you made an effort when you walked out the house. You know what I'm saying? Make it look like you did an effort. And I just want to double back right quick, right? Like Rhea say, some men love conflict. Listen, if we go out and it's a little bit of drama, that ain't gonna lie, that's a little high. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing better than having a girl like, ooh, girl, my girl's about to whoop your ass. That's kind of hot.
No, it's not. No, it's not hot. It's not hot at all.
Listen.
And we're gonna get into the man. Rhea, we're gonna get into the man. Right now, we're doing the women. So we're gonna get into the men.
But having a hair buster, if I know my girl can throw hands, I'm gonna look confident. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens if I get into it with a nigga? I don't want no little dainty broad that can't help me out. No, girl, this nigga might be bigger than me. Pull him off top of me, elbow him in the head.
That's not what we talk. We're talking about somebody that's looking for problems all the time and everything they're looking for. They don't have the self-control. Every time something don't go their way, they go to 10. Like, oh, you messed my food up on McDonald's. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
That's you know what I'm saying? Girl, we at McDonald's.
Oh no, I gotta tell you about yourself.
Don't do it.
That's my black girl right there. I gotta tell you about yourself.
Boy, stop that. You finna get canceled right there.
Hey, that's how
you gonna be. Hey, you keep that up. You gonna be on 24-hour ban from Facebook. Keep on.
Anyway. So we talking about where we at. We talking about looking good, man. Like
you gotta at least look like you made an effort when you walked out of the house.
An effort.
You gotta make an effort.
In public, nah. I think
In public.
you gotta go. I think you gotta be 100. I think you can't walk out looking any kind of way.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think you should walk out looking any kind of way. You know,
Yeah,
some
I
people
don't,
might be into it, but I just think it just helps the cause.
nah, self-preservation, baby. Act like you got dressed this morning.
Yeah, she said you can't look like you just crawled out of bed for sure.
That doesn't apply for us men, right? Because boy, look at here.
We'll talk about the men. The men that might be good. So she said it's not realistic. It is. If you have the right person, it's realistic. They make sure they make time. You know, like that's how my wife is. She make time. She makes sure that before she leaves, she, you know, at least 100, at least 95. You can't tell. The average person can't tell.
Oh,
We might
everybody.
be able to tell. We might be able to tell. Like, yo, normally you had that one little piece of hair in place. It's off right now. You know, I could tell.
And that's how you be when she go out. Like, hey, bro, you need to tighten that little piece of hair up.
No. I'm just saying that you can tell. You know, the average person can't
Coach,
tell.
you better chill out. You don't want no smoke right now.
No, I don't deal in smoke, man. We all peaceful around here, man. We don't we know how to act. We got a great marriage, man.
Know your body. Everyone can't wear everything. Lord Jesus, yes.
Oh yes, that's right.
Boy.
That's right.
Cause I be trying to figure out how girls with no ass be walking around in booty shorts. Like, why I'm looking at the back of your leg for? That's nasty. Put it up. Put it up.
So listen. So what about this? Outgoing, right, and friendly. Like if you bring your wife to a party or a get together, you know, and she just sitting in the corner, she ain't interacting with nobody, people talking to her, she just like, hi, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's a good quality to be a little bit outgoing, to be able
it's to be outgoing, but like what you also don't want to do is put her in an uncomfortable situation either. You know what I'm saying? So you don't bring her to a place where it's like she's going to be uncomfortable. But yeah, I feel like she should definitely be a little outgoing. Like you should be friendly, but like not, hey, laugh at this nigga jokes one more time. I'm gonna crack you in his dome.
Okay.
Like don't.
See, that's the next thing that I'm gonna ask is trust. You gotta be trusting.
Oh, trust is 100%.
You can't just because somebody laughing at their jokes, you can't bust them in the head. Like
no, because if I tell
you think her jokes is funny? Oh, you think she funny, huh? Okay, wait till we get home.
Yeah.
No. Sometimes people just like that, you know. You like that. You super outgoing. People could get the wrong impression of you. Why you cracking jokes at her? Or why you doing this? You know what I'm saying? They could get the wrong impression about you.
They do get the wrong impression about me.
Exactly.
You know niggas be tripping about me all the time. Like, why you laughing at jODI? Boy, because I'm funnier than a mug. I think I'm a comedian personally, so
I thought you was when I first met you. I thought you was. I was like, is this dude a comedian? I started looking for your page, and I'm like, he ain't got no stand up. We need to get it. Actually, we can take you. They got amateur nights at different places, man. You want to try it?
I'm not. Listen, I think stand up is a true form of a true art form. It is a true art form to stand up in front of people and make them laugh and not know who they are. I can make people that I know laugh. I don't feel like I can make everybody laugh. I ain't got that material.
Take time and write you something. You be surprised. You'd be surprised, dog. You can write something.
Yeah, but without trust, you got nothing. There's nothing without trust.
Nothing. It's hard.
But you know what, though? You'd be surprised how many people sit there and try to hold a relationship off of trust.
Were you talking about without trust?
Without trust, bro, they sort of hold a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I see dudes all the time that be real pressed about their girl. And the only reason why you real pressed about your girl is because she belonged to the streets, and you know she belonged to the streets. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why you pressed. She just
sometimes they just insecure. A lot of people insecure.
You insecure because you know your girl easy to smash. That's why.
Duh.
Did what you wanted. You brought me on. So
how do you know she easy to smash?
Because you insecure.
If she your girl, she shouldn't be. She should only be easy for you, not for nobody else.
She belongs to the streets. That means she belongs to the streets, and the streets belong to her. And you insecure.
Your girl. She
was never your girl, boy. It was just your turn.
Exactly.
Return her back to the streets where upon you gazed her from. Let her go, because you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Don't do that to yourself. Let her go back to the streets, bro. Ain't no
So
wrong.
again, all right. So again, we finna go. I'm finna recap just what we have for the women. You know, and there's a lot of great um, responses, comments that people said too, as far as nagging. You know, they don't. You shouldn't nag as a woman and stuff like that. But some of our lists that we have was being patient is important. Learning how to cook. Jody said you gotta know how to at least get started or throw something down in the kitchen. Self-control. We don't want to be fighting every single week. You got to be able to control your actions and your emotions. And this is important. I'm telling you, these are important things. If you can find this individual, then that's a start. Cleanliness, depending on the individual, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, you at least make an attempt to clean up and keep yourself looking nice, have self-care, making sure you look good. You don't have to look good all the time, but definitely when you're in public, you want to make sure you looking nice. What about this one? I forgot this one. Being good with kids, man. What about that? You know, you definitely want to have somebody that's, if that's what you want.
It's good with kids or like this, right? I have a policy, and I know it's gonna sound stupid, bro. I don't trust nobody who don't like dogs. Like, you ain't gotta be a dog person, but like, if you don't like dogs, bro, you don't like dogs, I can't trust you, bro. What dog ever do to you? So if you don't like dogs, I can't trust you, bro. But yeah, being good with kids is a thing too, because you got some people out here who just horrible with kids, but being good with kids is a thing too.
So being good with kids, outgoing and friendly. You bring your girl to a barbecue, you know, you don't want her to be the snooty one with her nose up and she can't say hi to people, or just be simple interactions with people. You know what I'm saying? If somebody asks her a couple questions, she just give them all short answers, like she can't engage in conversation. I think it means a lot, you know, because a lot of times you have family members or friends that you want to bridge the gap between your family, you and your wife and everybody. You want your homies and to all be friends. And, you know, if she's close to that, then it might cause for some internal issues in yourself, like, oh man, I can't bring my homies around, or I can't bring my girl with me, stuff like that. And then of course, trusting. Last thing is trusting. You want to make sure that, you know, you have a person that trusts you, that don't have trust issues. If you come in contact with somebody that has trust issues, then you definitely don't want to start a strong relationship with them until they get past those trust issues. That's important. Right. So now, you know what? It's time for the men, right? It's time for the men. I know the ladies are going to have a lot to say about this, but let me go ahead and start my men version right here.
Hey.
It's the men.
Hey, I got us. They ain't finna be sitting here bashing us, okay?
Yeah, we finna go beast for the men, for sure. For sure. So now we're gonna finna go through the qualities of a husband, of a man, right? So again, I agree with patience. That's off the top. That go both ways. Men got to be patient too, you know, because women make mistakes, or you might have a girl that don't know how to cook, right? So you might want to be patient that she get to that point.
On what level we talking about not know how to cook? Because if you pick one that don't know how to cook, you just picking bad at this point.
Yeah, but true. But sometimes it just, you know, it happens like that. You know, any level, she might not know how to boil water, or, you know.
Then you just making bad picks. That's on you. You don't want to pick that travesty of a wife.
That make her a travesty because she haven't learned how to cook yet. But that's true. I agree with you to a certain extent. You just got to make sure you pick them right in the beginning, for sure. So what about for men? I think you want a guy that's a hard worker. How about that? You definitely want a guy that going to be willing to do whatever it takes to support that family, and not put all the pressure on the woman. Like he's sitting there watching TV, playing video games, and wondering why you're not working. Right.
That's on a woman. Like, you got to learn how to pick them. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you should be able to tell within a few months whether this man to get up and go to work or not. Like, ain't no reason why, like, oh, we married and he turned into a bum. Like, nah, but that's the red flags before that.
But that's the whole point. That's what we're doing. We're putting together these characteristics so that people can pick that right person.
That's
right.
True. So he need to get up and go to work. He need to be money. He need to be motivated.
Yeah. See, that's the whole purpose of this. So you walk around with this list that we put together, and then everybody that you meet that want to spend some time with you and try to holler at you, you cross reference and see. Let me see.
Oh,
Are you
watch,
working? Where you work at? How long
watch
you
and
been
look
working there?
at a man how he treats his mother. That's very true.
Yeah,
Like your mother is the first relationship you have with a woman. So depending on how you treat her,
that's important. Yep, that's important. See right here, she says you got to be a go-getter. Can't be with being mediocre. High energy has to match mine. Now this is she on a different level right here. She looking for some that business owner, that's somebody that's going out there that's gonna make some stuff happen. That's gonna have an impact. That's what she looking for. She looking for somebody that's gonna have an impact. Right. So self-control, same thing with we talked about the ladies. The men got to have self-control too, because just like women can be out there looking for conflict, fighting all the time, you can have a guy same way. Everywhere he go, got this chip on his shoulder, trying to knock somebody out, or trying to get into something because he know his girl can knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Men set people up like that. Oh, you want to talk to me like that? Oh, I'm gonna get my girl. Oh, okay, I got something for you. You see what I'm saying? And here you are. You always got to go out here and put a girl in her place for him all the time.
And what's the problem with that?
That's the problem, man. You don't want that conflict all the time.
Every once in a while, see, ever be someone you get
not
some
even necessary. It's not.
You get some real customer service, and
not positive.
Girl, real snippy, and I'll be like, girl, hey, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get my old lady. She's gonna whoop your behind.
It's not positive. It's not positive, bro. I'm just gonna.
Be not everything in life is positive, Coach.
Yeah, you have to make it. If you want to make it, to that high level, right? Because just think, little negative altercations have a way of turning into big issues in the future. It just, you never have control of. The problem is you don't have control of it. So your girl take it to a 10 and the other girl take it to a 15, and now your girl take it to a 20, and now she going to jail. Or you got to deal with this dead body. Or now y'all hiding the body in the trunk because she done went too far. Or, it's just all these. Why?
Okay, and at that point, it makes the relationship stronger, because now we finna.
How you visiting in jail? You visiting her in jail?
Not if we hide the body well enough. Ain't no face, no case. If I hit the body well enough, Coach.
Why you got to go through all that? That's what I'm saying. Who wants to go? I don't want to go through the stress of worrying. Now you getting ulcers and stressed out because you don't wonder if somebody uncovered the body, and you don't even know why you sick. You throwing up every morning like, oh, why am I sick? Oh, because you just hid the body and you stressed out. You think the police gonna find you?
Okay,
and that's why you all that.
That's why.
Now, hold on. Let me finish. Now you poor, since you sick and you all messed up like that. Now you can't go get the job you need because you ain't healthy enough. So now you poor. Now you just mediocre. You poor. You working the same regular job because you ain't in the right mindset to go and elevate your family where they need. And you know what I'm saying? And guess what? jODI? What about the next body? Because now it's gonna happen again. Because you done already got away with it and you done used to it, and it is stuck in your mind now. So now
you don't went down a rabbit hole, bro.
That's how it happens, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, Bonnie and Clyde. What's the next?
How it happens.
That boy went down a straight rabbit hole.
Exactly. What's up, Chris? What's up? We talking about we did go down a rabbit hole. We're talking about having self-control. We're talking about the idea man, the idea husband. Right now, that's what we're in. We just went through the list for the ladies. For those you don't know, first of all, let me jump back before I do that. I have to do this at least one more time, just so the people know. You already know what today is. It's the takeover. It's the jODI Skywalker and the Coach A Saturday morning takeover. The fellas, they off today. They doing their thing. Some of them recovering. Some of them just skipping out, whatever. But jODI, Toxic Tuesday jODI, and Impact Thursday Coach A, we taking over the barbecue today. And right now we talking about the perfect spouse, or for relationships. We just went through the list of what we feel like a perfect wife should be, or what she should have. Now we're talking about men, what the qualities of a good man should have. That's what we're talking about. And so we just got finished talking about self-control, about a guy always looking for, fighting all the time, and looking for conflict or getting his girl into conflict. You don't want that, ladies. You don't want no guy that's going around trying to beat up everybody or get you to beat up everybody. Nah, that's going to put you in an uncomfortable, bad situation. That's the rabbit trail and took you down the whole storyline, how it go,
right.
how it could go.
Somebody want to know what's up with the glasses.
Oh, this is the new Coach A. I just let you know that I got these bright lights over here, as you can see them, and so it just helped me with dealing with the lights, and I feel like it makes me look cool. This is my new character. I'm the Coach A. Whenever you out playing football, all your coaches always have sunglasses on. They teach you, yo. She said, "No, sir, thank you. I'm glad you're not in charge of me, Miss Cooper. I love you though."
Damn. Stop it. Mr. Positive, that's something I'm supposed to say. Stop it.
What? I just said thank you. That's all. Anyhow,
what's the next one?
The next one. We talked about men, right? What is the next one? Again, we talking about self-control, right? You can't be out fighting. You got to be able to control yourself as far as other women, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to fend off. You got to be able to fight off them thirsty, fine, gorgeous women that be trying to come at you.
Hold on now. Whoa, you said thirsty and fine?
Yeah, they out there.
Woo. You got
out there.
Hey, don't do that. Hey,
they out there. If you're gonna be a good husband, if you're gonna be a good partner for a woman, right? I'm trying to escape the word husband, but anyway, if you're gonna be a good husband for a woman, you have to have that self-control to be able to just be like, you know what, just don't cross that line. You can't cross that line.
Right.
You quiet, man. Why you quiet, dog?
I listen, because I'm trying
to see fine, gorgeous, body like bang, pow, trying to get at you.
Listen,
self-control.
I'm gonna think it's a setup. Some fine broad trying to holler at me. I'm like, hey, my girl saying she did. She lagged.
Setup if you put your foot in it.
And she lagged. It's a setup, though, because fine women don't holler at men. So it's a fine girl hollering at me. Either she a transgender or it's a setup. What are the
Bro, they do. I'm telling you, they do.
You get fine women hollering at you, Coach A?
I have for sure.
When was the last time you got a baddie in your inbox?
No, I ain't had not no inboxes. The people that be in you got to be careful. The people that be in your inboxes now, they be Nigerian men trying to get money.
Listen.
They be having a picture. They be having a picture of a fine woman. Be like, "Yo, what's up?" And it be people from Nigeria trying to get you to send them money.
But you also gotta have self-control when it comes to doing like drugs,
yeah, for sure.
Because what you don't want, you gotta be faithful, and you gotta have self-control when it comes to doing like certain things. Because the worst thing that happened, bro, and I seen it happen to one of my homeboys. Right when I was in Atlanta one time, bro, my homeboy, old lady walked in. And I like, damn, this nigga caught. She walked in, he in the VIP sniffing cocaine off a stripper's ass. I was like, bro, you gotta do better than that. Got to do better than that, bro.
Where did this come from? Cocaine sniffing off a stripper's butt?
It was just my life. You know what I'm saying? I was there when he did it. And I was like, that is a level of self-control you need to have. Like, you can't be in the club sniffing cocaine off a stripper's ass. That's not okay. There's no self-control. That's single men activities. You can't be doing that. So
got you. You're right. It's important.
You gotta do better than that, bro. You gotta do better than that.
Good, yeah. So listen, what about good with kids? Or you said dogs, pets. You got to be good with dogs as a man. You think that's a good quality? You got to have a guy that knows how to.
Quality. I think that's a good quality as a person. It's like you got to be good with kids. You got to be good with animals. Even if the chick ain't got no kids, she probably got little cousins, nephews, and nieces.
Yeah.
And you don't and be a dick to the kids. So if you can be good with like little kids in general, then that does leave that does leave a good like spark with her. You know, we got a long one.
Yeah. She was married 10 years, divorced, now back out here. I'm set in life. Now that I want to be in a relationship, it's hard to weed out the weeds on the new age men. Most lazy men want to be taken care of like jODI. Most want to have it easy on the women's my age. One time a man told me that I am a threat, and that I am a threat. and
I
a
think she said
treat, a threat and a treat. How do I get to the point where I'm in a good relationship? We'll get on that in just a second.
that's a Coach K question right there.
Yeah. But listen, I think you have a great point when you talk about being able to relate with kids, being good to kids and being good to parents. I mean dogs. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you, because that's evident of a loving person. Boom. See what I'm saying? You want to have a guy that can be loving, that can talk to you softly and hold your hand and be like, "What's up, babe?" Or even with your kids. And if you have a person that's just hard all the time, "What's up, little nigga?" You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be hard all the time. You can't be like, "Hey, got kid on your lap and
right.
You know,
let's say you walk into a house, right? You go to your girl house for the first time, and the little youngin hand you a fake phone. You know what I'm saying? You gotta answer it. You gotta answer it. You gotta answer the fake phone, bro.
Listen,
you gotta grab the phone. It's for you. I'm answering it. Sup with it,
bro. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
All that.
And so listen, if he don't answer the phone, he's done with him.
Done. If a kid hand your nigga a fake phone and he don't answer it, he don't talk, done.
Dude, we need to write that. We need to write that in the Bible, man.
That needs to be in there. If you don't
answer, write that in the Bible. Man, I love it. We need to write that in the Bible. That's a setup.
If you don't answer a fake phone, it's done.
I love it.
If you don't answer a fake phone, he done. He's done.
He's done. You got to get rid of him. You heard him, ladies. You heard it.
Go.
You heard it. And I agree. I second it. I agree with him. If you take your man to your house or somebody's house and a little kid comes up to him with a fake phone and says, "Hey, it's for you." If he don't answer that call,
done.
Cut him. Matter of fact, you catch a ride.
Matter of fact,
we'll come pick you up.
Hey,
we'll come get him.
Hey, we'll come pick you up, but he can Uber back to wherever hole.
Well, if he drove, most of the time he might have drove. Sometimes one drove.
But hey, boy, ain't even finna talk. But you'll be surprised how many carless niggas out here.
Right. Well, if he ain't drive. He got to get his own ride back. He got to answer that call, man. I love it. You got to answer that call.
Gotta answer that phone. I answer it every time. What's Saturday? Yeah. And I'm gonna get somebody else involved. I'm like, hold on, hey, it's for you, my man.
Exactly.
They want to talk to you now. Now you got past the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, here we go. He said, "Who said you gotta be bothered?" Right? Who says you have to be bothered by someone else's kids?
Hey,
I'm telling you, when you it shows a level of loving and caring that you can, you know what I'm saying, and understanding to a kid. If you don't, you got to show that side, man. Obviously, if you already built the relationship, right? If you built the relationship, then you are gonna have your days where you could be like, "Man, get that phone, watch out, man," or "I don't feel good." But in fact, you shouldn't be there in the first place. Why you going? If you are
that's the mood you in, then that is it,
right?
But Telly do got a good point though.
No, he don't.
No, he got a good point.
No, he don't.
He got a good point because some people ain't got respectable kids. Some people roll up on you with these bad.
We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about the kid that threw the phone from across the room and hit you in the head. Say your mama on the phone. We ain't talking about that kid.
Hey,
talking about the little nice kid.
Hey, Jit finna get pushed now. As soon as he roll up on me,
we talking about the little nice kid that's been walking around. You seen playing nice and got all his toys out and ain't causing no problems. Then all of a sudden he pick up the phone and and he walk over to you and be like, he give you the phone, and here you are gonna be like, "Man, watch out."
Telly gotta hit him. Wait a minute.
Cut him instantly.
I ain't trying to be messed up.
Telly, they cutting them, Telly, and if he drove him there, we picking them up to take them back home.
Telly say, "Wait a minute."
That's facts. I love that. That's in our new Bible, man. We're gonna come up with a new men's Bible right? And that's gonna be in there. If you got a guy that don't answer the fake phone from the little kid, then he's not emotionally uh soft enough or emotionally
But sometimes you can't be soft with these women out here too, bro.
but
Some of these women,
it's
some
not
of these
soft
women
is
out
not
here
the
full
word.
of.
I mean, soft is not the word. He's got to be sensitive to an extent. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be sensitive to people and know how to talk to people. You can't be hard all the time.
So like, what's that? We going major Benson pain sensitive. I got to be most sensitive.
Let me see what my bro said. He said, I don't expect anyone to be engaging with my kids. I take care of them. Well, we talking about in the beginning.
We talk about in the beginning.
Like, but every once in a while, your kid get loose. Your kid get loose. You know, they supposed to be in a room or they supposed to be whatever, and they wandering around and they out there with people, and you know what I'm saying? It's the principle, man. You know, it's the principle that matter. It's the principle. So anyway, trusting. We talked about trusting with women. You can't be with a guy that don't trust you. You know, he always checking on you. You got to call. Man, I kid you not. I had a girl that came to my tax office to get her taxes done. And, you know, sometimes it takes, you know, between 30 minutes, 40 minutes, depending on, you know, the paperwork and everything. And dude, she had to explain, she was nervous because she was there that long. Like, oh my gosh, she gonna get upset. He gonna think I'm doing this. He gonna think I'm doing that. I'm like, how do you live like that? Where, you know what I'm saying? You can't take care of your basic responsibilities without somebody calling you every hour or every 30 minutes, wondering where you at and what you doing, man.
Because he out cheating. That's why he don't trust you, because he out doing his own wrong. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But he out cheating. Any man that's insecure like that, it's like I said for easy. A, she easy to smash, or B, he out cheating himself, and he reflecting all his energy on the female. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, how you checking her? She at the tax office. What you calling her every 30 minutes for? You know that stuff takes time. So either you out doing something wrong, or
some people just controlling like that. Some people just controlling, you know, that due to their insecurities, they form this controlling lifestyle, or this controlling attitude. And so
that sounds like abusive behavior to me.
It is. It almost, it seems like it leads to abusive behavior. It does. Any psychologist will tell you that anytime you have a person that's controlling and stuff like that, the next step is trying to control you physically. So you got to definitely be cautious when it comes to that. You don't want to have no person that's overly controlling. What you read, I'll put it up.
Look at Miss Brianna Dolan's comment.
Which one?
Everyone judges you based off of how you treat the kid, but don't treat the person they're dating with the same respect. I mean, that's a good point. You know,
everyone judges how you base them.
That's a really good point. I can't front that.
Everyone judges you based off how you treat the kids, but don't treat the person that they're dating with respect. Yeah. But the thing is about that is that you know that it's in there. You know that it's in there. If you just have a person that's not treating nobody with respect, kids or nobody, then you don't know if that person has it in there, if it's a flaw that they don't have. But if you have a person that can be nice and whatnot, but they're just not being nice to you, then obviously that's not a person you want to be with. But at least you know that it's there. And maybe it needs to be directed to the right. It should be directed.
I think as long as that person can show capability of actually being a decent human being to a kid.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what it is. Now, whether they want to interact with the kid or not, then that's on you as a parent or whatever. But I think as long as you can show that you can be decent with a kid, then that's just how far that needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can, you know, trust you to not be a dick to my kid if I got my back turned for 2 seconds. And as long as you got that, then I think you're good on most aspects.
For sure. Let's see what Uncle Telly say. I believe in letting a kid come to me, even my kids. I don't bother them. Sometimes it seems forced and phony.
Sometimes it do.
Yeah, sometimes it do. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about when a kid comes to you. You know, when a kid comes to you with that fake phone, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Uncle Telly? If a kid comes to you, you know, you sitting in a house, you can just be at a rather barbecue or chilling with your friends, and the kid, you know, Elijah, we could be hanging out, and Elijah could be 2. That's my son. He's not born yet, but he could be 2 playing with a fake phone, and then he just wander around over to you, Uncle Telly, and give you the phone, say it's for you. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna respond? What you gonna do?
Telly gonna be like, I got a story.
He goes, let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story. Hey, at that point, Coach A, you might want to take the phone because that might not be a story little Elijah need to hear.
Yeah.
Because we're going back to Telly early days in high school with the fishing net. Then he don't need to hear all that.
Exactly. So what about this last characteristic? Of course, there's 1,000 more characteristics. These are just the ones we put together. I think a man should be a leader. What about that?
I think
he should have leadership qualities.
You should be able to have leadership qualities and also take advice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be able to learn and follow.
You understand this, right? It's not like I'm 1 and she's 2. Like I'm the pilot, she's like that second pilot.
Yeah.
Not even co-pilot, she's that second pilot, like that person right next to you. Because it's like it's a lot of dudes that lead, but then like they take the leading to a whole different level. Like all of a sudden, every idea this woman got is stupid or dumb. It's a lot of dudes that abuse that power. So it's like you need to be able to lead, but you also need to be able to listen. So if you can lead and listen, then I think that's one of the better qualities for a man to have.
Woo! Well, this ain't Toxic Tuesday, Jody. See, I told you, Jody got that. He got that knowledge in him, but that's big facts, man. You have to be able to listen and learn from everybody, especially your spouse who you with. Definitely, just because a leader don't necessarily mean that you are coming up with the direction and all the information, all the answers. That's not what it means. A leader is a person that makes sure that we're heading in that direction, in the right direction. And a lot of times the direction that you want to go could be something that your wife or your girlfriend came up with, who you with, right? And then you make sure that whatever she say get put into play. Like, yo, babe, that's a great idea. Let's make sure we do that. Let's put this in play. You see what I'm saying?
You also got to make sure that, like, you have to make sure that, like, even sometimes y'all on the same path, y'all might have 2 different ways of getting there. So not also making sure y'all in the same place, but making sure y'all got the same way of getting there. So you don't bump heads, because ain't nothing worse than bumping heads. And we're going to the same place. Like,
same place.
I wanna move out of this apartment and get a house. You want to move out of this apartment and get a house. Yeah. I want to get a brand new house. You want to get a already built house or a condo.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just we both going in the same direction towards like permanent residency, but we don't have the same like way of getting there. So it's like you gotta make sure you got that connection of getting there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure you got a man who's gonna make sure you got a man who you can like who will be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Held accountable.
Being willing to compromise, definitely. And so I feel like a lot of guys, again, they abuse their power, their strength. And that's where a lot of the issues come. It's not, and again, it all boils down to the individual. Remember some of the other qualities. If you have a person that's patient, you have a person that has self-control, then chances are you have a better opportunity, or it's a better chance that they'll be a decent leader, or they'll be able to a leader, and they'll be able to interact with kids. So all these things tie together, man. It all ties together. That's why it's important that you put this list together and make sure you don't fault on the list at all. Don't settle for anything less. They out there. If you settle for something less, then you're going to set yourself up for failure, heartache and failure.
Hold on now, because they talking about accountability, right?
Yeah, man. Accountable.
So my question is this, right? My question is this. I got enough accountability for myself, but like you have to be accountable enough to know that every once in a while, us men, we'll go completely off the rails with some stuff. So it's like when we do something and it goes left, and a woman be like, "Oh, this is your fault." I'm like, "No, you need to hold yourself accountable because you let me go off the rails of this because you know me well enough to know that I could go left with some stuff. So don't let me go left."
Yeah, that's dumb.
Going left.
That's dumb.
No, it's true.
No,
it's true. Women be
you
like,
just have to be accountable. You just have to be accountable for you going left.
Okay, well then don't be.
You take accountability for the mistake. We went left, and now we in this car that ain't no good. I told you not. She told you not to get that car because her daddy taught her about cars, and that one's raggedy and it's gonna be broke down in 5 years. She said, "Get this other car," and you didn't. You did it on your own, and now the thing is broke down, and now you looking like boo boo the fool. But you want to be like, "Oh, you know what I'm saying? I got it because that's what I wanted. I got it because that's what I wanted."
Well, that's a dumb nigga. When it comes to cars, oh no, I'm too.
But it can be in any situation. We're not always right.
Fully loaded. Everything with the warranty. If I can't have a warranty, I don't want the car. I don't want the car. Don't give me no car without no warranty.
So the only thing you just have to be accountable. Take accountable for you made that decision. You bought that car, and you have to fess up to it and be like, you know what, I made a mistake.
So you ever bought a bad car?
Listen to you, huh?
You ever bought a bad car?
No, I actually haven't. I've been very fortunate. I haven't bought that many, but I've been very fortunate. So, but it happens though. I made bad decisions. I made decisions that I should have listened. I should have listened to my wife. You know what I'm saying? I should have. Instead, I just did it on my own.
I mean, that's a man thing. That's where it comes back to where women, right? I think women have to be more patient with men than men.
Our mistakes should never be put on somebody else. Nobody. It don't matter if you're a man or woman. You should never.
Not my mistakes, but I'm just saying I think women have more patience for men than men have more patience for women. Women are really patient because us men, sometimes we just not the smartest people in the world. And women will be like, bruh, I told this idiot not to do that. He did it anyway. But we don't get through it though.
I do agree that women probably have to have more patience than men in relationship wise. I agree with you in that aspect because again, as a man, we're trying to be a leader. We're trying to be in charge. We're trying to do all this different stuff. So we're making a lot of decisions, and sometimes we're just over talk. We're just, we're not paying attention to what they're saying.
Hold up, I got a comment. You need to put Miss Ria's comment up there. Ooh, child.
Which one? Don't be too prideful.
To apologize. Ooh, child.
Yeah, that's
don't be too proud. Because women don't apologize. They just sleep next to you naked and let you see if you still gonna be mad at the end of the night. That ain't an apology.
Well, listen, Miss Kim asked, "What's the topic?" Right. So before I do the topic, I got to do it like this. Yo, you are tuned in to the Saturday Takeover. jODI Skywalker, Coach A. Let me get it right. It's the Toxic Tuesday, jODI Skywalker, and the Impact Thursday, Coach A Takeover, Saturday morning the barbecue. Right now, we are going through the characteristics of a good man. That's for Miss Kim. She chimed in and wanted to know what the topic was. We just letting you know. That's what we're talking about. Let's get back to it. So we got a nice comment by Rhea. She says, "Don't be too prideful to apologize. Admit when you're wrong and learn from your mistakes." Absolutely 100% correct. You got to learn from your mistakes. You can't be, but I feel like pride hurts a lot of us, man. Pride hurts. When you get that, sometimes you have to swallow that lump in your throat that, you know what I'm saying? I have to say something. I want to say something. I want to, feel like a man, or I want to feel like a woman, or whatever it is. Sometimes you just have to swallow it for the sake of peace and harmony, man. Just listen, she said don't go to bed angry. That's part of that.
I ain't even go to bed mad. Talking about swallow their pride. So you mean to tell me this woman, she feels some type of way, you think she finna be quiet?
The right one. That's what we're looking for. That's why you got to vet.
Where they at, Coach?
They out there. They out there. One thing it's not, sometimes it goes in levels. It goes in levels.
Coach,
There might,
where they at?
and
Where they
people
at?
can learn.
Boy, I got some. Boy, I got some exes. Boy, I got some exes that would what? Think I'm not gonna say what I gotta say?
Look, hey, she said, Miss Brown said, don't forget her question.
Oh, don't forget her question.
Man, let me go back up to her question, man. I don't
throw that question up there. Since we're gonna talk about.
I am. So listen, man. The reason we was talking about weddings too, because we're getting ready to go to a wedding. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up a little earlier than normal. So, but let me go ahead and
answer Miss Brown question for you. Hey, for I get a phone call.
Yeah, where's it at, man? Which one is it? Is it the she was married 10 years? What was the question, man? I'm sorry, Miss Brown.
Yeah, I think it was the married 10 years. Throw that question up there.
Make sure that this is the one she's talking about.
This the one?
Yeah, Jimmy said the long one. She said the long one.
The long one. There you go.
Okay, I was married 10 years, divorced, now back out here. She back out there, dating, I'm assuming. I'm set in life, meaning she probably got a nice job or, whatever. She's living comfortably. Now that I want to be in a relationship, it's hard to weed out the weeds. Hard to weed out the weeds of the new age men. Most men want to be taken care of. Most want to have it easy on women my age. One time a man told me that I'm a threat and a treat. How do I get to be to the point where I'm in a good relationship?
Okay, let me go first. I got a little something on here.
Go ahead.
It is a point where find a man that is confident enough to deal with you being set in life, because a lot of men are so busy trying to look to take care of somebody that when they don't have to take care of you, they don't know where to go. So finding a man that's comfortable with you being set with your life is gonna be a big one, because he'll be able to like maneuver around that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? She got all her stuff together. Her house paid for. She don't need a man for nothing. But I will say that find a man that's comfortable with you being as confident as you are.
Yeah, that sounds good. So one of the things is not everybody wants to feel needed and feel important. So it don't matter how much money you making, what status you are in life, the other individual has to feel needed. So you have to learn the balance of making this person feel important or needed in your life. If you make a person feel like they're not needed because you have everything and you can take care of yourself, then that's not going to help the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that's first and foremost. You have to realize that everybody wants to feel needed and so at some capacity. And so again, just because you might have a lot of money or be in a comfortable situation doesn't mean you don't need the other person. If that's the case, we wouldn't be answering this question. So, and there's a way you have to portray that to other people. You need emotionally, comfort and all these things. So you can't get into a habit of letting people know that you don't want or need anything. So allow the person or the gentleman to be a gentleman. If he want to take care of you or if he want to do certain things, then, allow him to do that and don't be overbearing. It goes both ways.
All right, Miss Linda's point. Keep dating, don't settle. Keep your standards up. He's right,
yeah. And that's another thing too, is that's a good point. You can't settle for just anybody. So you have to use some of these characteristics, find out, the person's, their some of their habits, what do they do and stuff like that is very important, because you don't want to just settle with anybody. You don't want to just settle for anybody. You also got to find people that's looking for the same thing you're looking for. I'm not against dating apps and, finding people on Facebook and meeting people. You just have to find somebody that's looking for the same thing that you're looking for. If you're looking for a solid relationship and to get married, there's people out there looking for that. you can't. One thing I tell people too is you can't zoom in on specific type of person. Happiness can come in any size, shape, or color. I know a lot of people are big at, I want a tall woman, or I want a black woman, or I want a Hispanic guy, or I want this and that. That narrows the field and makes it harder for you to find a specific person. So you have to be open to meet all different type of people. It doesn't matter if they black, white, red, green. You just have to be open. Again, happiness is happiness.
I got it.
I know you probably disagree with that, but
no. I'm not gonna disagree with the happiness is happiness. I just want my cousin though. You better not bring no white dude to that barbecue. He ain't rich. I'm just throwing it. If he can't afford to take us on vacation, you better not bring no white dude over here.
Okay.
Cut up.
And so the next thing I'm gonna tell you is to not listen to jODI at all. That's one of the things you can't. Anybody that runs a Toxic Tuesday podcast, you got to take some of their advice with a grain of salt. I'm just saying.
Have I not?
It's kind of like eating. It's kind of like eating chicken. You know what I'm saying? You take the good parts off and you throw the bone away. Sometimes we got to do that with jODI. We take his good. He can come out and have some great advice, and then if he starts talking too long, it gets a little toxic.
First of all,
so anyhow, let me finish. That's my brother though. So make sure you got to open the playing field, right? Open your playing field to everybody. And then you just put yourself in position, make sure that, you're always nice, dressed nice and looking nice at all times. Whenever you come out the house, whenever you're in public, put yourself in position to win. Don't ever get caught slipping, because the person that might be the person for you might see you, and you know what I'm saying? You might be less than desirable, or whatever the situation is. You never know. So you got to always be on your game. There's no excuses for not being on your game. If that's just the bottom line. There's no excuse.
Hold on, because Rhea up here discriminating against white men. She said no white meat. To all my Caucasian brothers, they might be offended by that. What you mean no white meat? That's offensive.
You already know what that means. So, but she put the laughing face down. So,
but
again, you can't be if you want to be happy in your life. You can't. It's easier if you are not a discriminative person. I'm not saying that you can't find these qualities in a particular person, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot more difficult, because you might have to change your environment. You might be in an environment where if you only like black guys, all the black guys want to be a thug in that environment, or they all doing this. So you're going to have to change your environment.
Brian say when the lights off, can't tell the color.
Exactly. Now that's worth it. Exactly. I like it. Brian is 100%. Let me hit this.
Hold on now.
Yes, sir.
That's all true, but it's all fun and games until they put raisins in the potato salad.
Oh my goodness, that's fine. You can teach them. You can teach somebody how to cook. You can teach them, say, hey, I don't like raisins in my potato salad. Can we try this recipe, or can we try that?
You can teach, or you can say, hey, babe, stop calling the cops on my cousins. Those my cousins. They can come over to the house.
Tell your cousins to stop thugging. If they ain't coming over there thugging and making a nuisance and stuff, then somebody need to get. If you step up as a man and do your job and tell them, hey, y'all need to come over here with respect. Don't come over here acting like that.
Okay, but what if a spade game break out and somebody renege? You know how we get on spades. We get a little loud. You know what I'm saying? But hey, tell your white neighbors, babe, stop calling the cops because my cousins being loud.
Now you're talking about the white neighbors. We talking about the girl. We ain't talking about the neighbors.
Well, you probably got us in a white neighborhood eating avocados and toast, right? I'm inviting my black cousins over to play spades. It get like that from time to time. It get like that. It be like that. So stop calling.
God. Who gave you? Listen, he done went out and got his own mic. Sorry, he done got a new laptop and everything. So he is off the chain now.
Gang. Linda, you trying to be on Toxic Tuesday? We always looking for female guests.
Oh my gosh, not with a devious smile, man. We always looking for somebody on Toxic Tuesday.
Listen though, right? Listen. I am doing right. Probably my best Toxic Tuesday in a couple weeks.
That's good.
going to have a conversation, right?
Mhm.
And I think I'm going to do, right, 2 different ones. I'm going to do the same topic, but I am going to get a panel of just women. And I want to hear their experiences about dating in your 30s.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't want no men on it. I just want all women. I want to hear about the women's experience about dating in their 30s.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's gonna be good.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some stories out there. Because
you should be over not just in their 30s, over 30s, period.
Yeah, but I'm saying
over.
dating 30 and over. If you're 30 and over dating, I want to hear about it. I want to hear, because I be hearing stories in my mind. I can't comprehend the stuff that I'm hearing, because I be hearing stories about women be talking to a dude, and then they be going over to a dude's house, and like nigga be sleeping in somebody else's living room. Like, boy, how you on a date app trying to talk to chicks and you sleeping on the couch, bro?
That happens. Or even I have a couple ladies that come to my office. I do their taxes every year, and they talking about dating. You know, they out dating men that's like 50s and 60s, and these guys, they want to date, but the guys they talking to, they out trying to be a player at 60 years old. They trying to have like 2 or 3 different girlfriends. Like at 60, bro. Like
Earl, if you don't sit your old ass down, boy, you about to die.
Oh, Earl, exactly. So listen, man, you definitely got to pull that topic up for Toxic Tuesday. I'm finna run our intro one more time, just so the people know. Let me hit it right here. This is our takeover music. It's the takeover. jODI Skywalker.
Hey.
Toxic Tuesday, jODI. Coach A, Impact Thursday, 7 o'clock. We took over the barbecue today. Unfortunately, I have to split, Joe. I don't know if you're going to keep it. You can't keep it because I got the control.
You got the control. I got the control. Don't do that. Don't leave me with the control.
So we're not going to leave you with it at all.
With the control. So we going to, before we do anything, though, please go to the Family Talk page, like, share, and subscribe.
For sure.
You can catch us again on here on Tuesday, 8:30. Toxic Tuesday, 8:30, and then on 7 o'clock, you can come to your boy Coach A for a little bit of positivity and enlightenment, and a little bit on that good book. Listen, Coach A, I had a question earlier this week, and nobody answered my question. Right?
Oh, you don't tell me that question about white people in the Bible.
I got questions.
Everybody's in the Bible. Everybody.
What a white folks at?
The white popes or the white people?
I didn't see not one Karen in the Bible. I haven't heard Karen one time in the Bible.
Yeah, the Bible says everybody. When Jesus says he loves everybody, he's talking about Karens. He's talking about niggas and Karens. Everybody. He loves everybody.
That shit sound like a Kanye song. Niggas
exactly. Hey, that should be a Kanye song. Jesus loves niggas and Karens. Hey, that's as toxic as you gonna get from me right there.
Man, roll the credits.
Listen. Before we go, I have to hit him with that quote, that Bible verse of the day, the jODI Skywalker Bible verse. Let me turn everything off of this.
That's it, right? Hit him with that Bible.
If you invite a brother to your house or someplace, and a little kid comes to him with a fake phone, and he does not answer it, ladies, cancel that guy instantly. He's done.
He's done.
And we definitely are going to come over there. If you need a ride, we'll come pick you up for sure.
Pick you up. We got you.
All right. So we out of here. Where's the outro at? Is it the same as the intro?
I don't know. You got control of the mic.
Oh my gosh.
This guy.
Listen, we just gonna end it on a good note, man. Let's salute. We out. I'm gonna hit him with this one.
Tell him I ain't mad, baby. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody.
I got it right there.
There it go. I see it.
I don't hear nothing.
I just.
They wasn't worried about me last year.
When the cashier sent me to my car when I came short, now I got the game torn. They either hate it or love it. Slim chances on advances, I just balanced the budget. Fuck it, free my niggas on my Harriet Tubman. They said I'd never be the greatest, that's a scary assumption. But now I'm buzzing like the last shot. Got these lames tired, old niggas about to pass out. Pass it while I'm still hot.
I found it. All right, man. Let me end the